like to earn a fourth Benny by telling us what happened last week?
Um, it was pretty simple. We got instructions from Nick that our next job was to be designated guards for a specific number of cars on a train, total five. Um, and he had hired several other people to guard other parts of this train, and that was just that's the whole job, is make sure the train gets get the package where it's going, and we don't even have to make sure that happens. We just have to make sure this vehicle keeps going. And we split up pretty intelligently, to be able to have a full scope of the train at all times. We did get let's see. We did see some people try to uncouple uh at the engine and our cars from the rest of the train. We stopped them, and then we were pulled to a stop by a blockade, and the train was attacked by black soldiers. Um, and that's but we've handled both of these threats so far, and that's where we're at. Is that right?
Yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, I think
Give
so.
yourself a Benny. The name of the group that attacked you is the Black Legion, right? And one detail that I will add to the wrap up is prior to the blockade and the attack by the Black Legion, you rolled through a town. You rolled through Bluff City, Oklahoma, and it was burned to the ground, save for one building that you could see in the distance as you rolled through. Um, that is it. Anyone have anything
Thank
else they want
you.
to add? Yeah, no worries.
I'm still trying to get in.
Sounds pretty important given that we've bumped across one other burned down town with only one building left standing.
Yeah, I don't know what that's about. That's crazy
Ah,
talk. Um, yeah, if it looks like most of you have made it in the game. I hear you're still having some trouble, Ted. I had
Yeah.
an insane amount of trouble this afternoon. You can try turning off the hardware acceleration. They claim that tends to help, but I don't know. I reset the game. That seemed to help a little bit. Let me know if the problems persist. Um, okay. Let's take a moment.
Hardware acceleration is already turned off.
There you are. Everybody should see the train now. Let's take a moment so that everyone can sort of reposition themselves.
I am still on the overland map.
Oh, that is
Maybe
interesting.
because I was still loading in when you moved everybody over.
Yeah, problem. You can pull just one person.
are we getting back on the train? We did burn down the blockade, but I don't know if that was an action in progress still.
No, you that has been resolved. You burned that
Woohoo.
thing to ash. Um, uh, I am not sure. Sean, maybe you can tell me, how do I move a single player to a different scene?
In the players list, you should be able
Hmm.
to right click their
Oh,
name.
yeah, I see it. There it
Yeah.
is. Oh, interesting. It is not pulling him to the scene. Ah, there he goes. Ted, are you on the train scene now?
I am on the train.
Fantastic.
Game is paused though, so I will not be able to move myself.
Thank you. Cannot seem to remember to undo that, but y'all should be free to move yourselves as you wish.
Ooh. Uh, Thomas will help clear some of the debris, along with, I guess, some other folks. Make sure the train is going to be a-okay to move. And then I'm gonna find Abigail and ask if Abigail can help repair some dented metal in my back from where I got shot.
Yes, of course. Come on, right now. Let's go.
It does take an hour.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, for us. So I don't know, like, where we are in terms of like action on the train, but if there's time.
Um,
2 people died, right?
Yes.
Civilians did die. Yeah,
Yeah.
some civilians did die.
I guess I would be running to them to see if there is any chance, but pretty sure they prescribed as dead.
yes, there is no chance for the dead civilians. Let me remove this
I guess
guy.
next question: any wounded who aren't dead?
Okay. Great. And just so I'm clear, well, actually, you can do the accounting of this if you are making healing rolls. Although I don't know that there is anyone I think all of the shots were fatal. Now that I think about it, so
That's what I remember. That was why I was, because
yeah.
I'll absolutely blow some PowerPoints and try to do it, but dead
Okay,
is
no, yeah, I believe. Let me look through here.
Dad's dead and Zed's dead.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe everything was fatal.
Okay.
So
I'll be taking the bodies and like probably putting one on each of the pews up at the front of the car that I'm on.
okay.
Like these first 2 pews on the top side.
Yeah.
Just laying them out flat. So they're not on the ground and not in the way.
Right. Great. All right.
Is that one guy is one of the dead guys the one with the daughter?
Oh, I just grabbed 2 guys. It was not actually.
Okay,
Right.
that is
right.
that is
Yeah.
important because if it
Yeah.
is, this is gonna be a whole day,
Yeah. You know what?
whole week, in fact.
Right. I'll make this a whole other thing because that's the dude with the daughter. Right.
Yeah,
There
I
we go.
clocked him. I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll lay these people out, and I think I'll start after everybody's settled. I'll just be
Mhm.
sitting kind of on the end of the row next to them,
Okay.
just
Excellent.
doing my form of praying over them.
Excellent. All right. Is everybody
Carol for fixing.
don't do it just yet, right? We're gonna wait towards the end of that hour before we do it for reasons that you will soon learn.
Yeah, sounds good.
Is everybody where they want to be as this train picks up again?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm at where I want to be.
Okay,
We want
fantastic.
to try to spread out in case something happens currently, because we don't know what's happening. We were spread out a bit before.
Yep. That's a front. I'm all the way back here.
Right, well,
Yeah.
the one thing I'm going to do, Abby, you should probably be with Thomas.
Yep. 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 Yep.
All right, like I'll be in the kind of center-ish car.
Then I just
Fantastic.
meow.
Okay.
Actually, can we move to the front kind of storage car? Abigail would prefer
Yeah.
to do this away from everyone else.
Yeah, that would be. I was just thinking
Okay.
the same thing. I was like, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
That's a good idea, and I can bump up to cover your spot where you were, Abby.
Okay, and then I'll jump back into one cart behind.
Great.
then.
All right. Excellent. The train, you know, the conductor screams out that everybody needs to get back on board. Basically, people, you know, sort of scream that down the line as he blows the whistle several times to indicate that he's starting the train back up, and it slowly begins to pick up steam. The ride in your cars is awfully quiet, with the exception, friendly, of these four people who just continue their poker game. It seemed very set on it. In fact, they are so set on it and so sort of boisterous despite the goings on that the two other living passengers, three other, including this gentleman's daughter, take the opportunity to move out of the car.
Somewhere with some goddamn decorum.
Right, the vibe is just weird in this car. But that happens relatively quickly, and once it does, the train begins to pick up speed. There's this boisterous card game going on in the first passenger car, but the mood is somber and the volume and tone match that in cars 2 and 3. The land is flat and sparse as it passes outside your window, and it's probably only a half hour, 40 minutes before it becomes even more barren and then desolate, and over the course of that 30 or 40 minutes, the little bits of green become more and more sparse until it's completely brown, and then almost in a like blink and you'll miss it transition, everything suddenly becomes stark white as you enter the salt plains of Oklahoma. It is been described to you as a decent sized patch of naturally occurring salt. Strange location for it, but here it sits nonetheless, and it looks like a vast, flat, white landscape. It's not long into this landscape before you hear the squeal of the brakes. The train comes to a complete stop, and Friendly, you would have to make me a notice roll for this. But for everyone else, there is someone in your car, right, that points out that what is that on the right side of the train? Yes, Abigail?
Thomas and Abigail, I think, are in an empty car, so I'm guessing.
Oh yeah.
we
Oh,
are rolling
excellent. Yeah,
or not
you
noticing.
right. Well, you guys. I
I would not
believe.
notice. I will flat out be
Yeah,
so
I don't think.
absorbed in my
I
work.
well, even more so. I don't think there are windows in your car.
There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, we're
I
busy.
I plan on
Yeah.
asking the engineer and then running back to you guys, but I was gonna let Adam finish describing
Okay.
before I caught that. Yep.
So thank you, Ted, for pointing that out. So it's basically Joan and Kane that don't have to make notice rolls because someone in that car, someone in each of those cars, will notice out the right side of on the right side of the train, maybe 30 yards away from the train, just completely stopped. There is a stagecoach, 4 horses, 4 individuals with long guns. Hard to tell from this distance whether they're rifles or shotguns. And they are just standing. The stagecoach is completely still. The horses are perfectly calm. There are 2 people up in the driver's perch of the coach and 2 people standing alongside the horses, doing nothing. Cornelius, you would know this because upon inquiring, the conductor would explain, my instructions are to stop here.
Okay. If that's the case, then I'll hop on back through the cargo. Oh, here we go. And I'll just kind of like lightly jog my way through, work my way past Abby and Thomas, let them know. But I think we're at the stop. And then I'm going to share that same info with Friendly and tell him that he can pass it down, but I'm gonna head on back up after that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get up, open my eyes. I'll start. I'm probably
Yeah.
not moving with much haste. I'll just start moseying back to the
Okay. And you're
car
just,
towards the back.
is the intent just to pass the information along?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I don't know that they already know, so.
Right, of course.
Mhm.
Joan, similar?
Yeah.
Great. So now we know, everybody's aware, there's somebody waiting, right, out there on the flats. And it's not too long, right, before you don't see them necessarily exit the train, but shortly after they do get off the train, you see 5 individuals walking out towards this stagecoach. There are hat tips and handshakes amongst all involved. 3 of the people that walked out from the train stay with the stagecoach and board it, where 2 of those people that made that walk are now walking back towards the train. And it seems as if the delivery has been made.
Yay!
Right. Just want to take this opportunity. Anybody have anything they want to do, inquire?
I want to watch those folks as long as we can,
Mm-hmm.
and ask the engineer like if he knows who they are.
The engineer doesn't even, just shakes his head no.
Mhm.
All right. In terms of like all that happens with the stagecoach, once the three people from the train have boarded, the two people that were standing by the horses board it as well, and it turns off to an angle and begins riding away from the train tracks as the train once again starts picking up speed. And it's anything for anybody else, just so I'm not steamrolling people here.
I just want to ask, do they seem like they're like, carrying something with them, or they're
Nope.
just like
I
hanging
mean,
around? Yeah.
if they are, it's small enough that you can't see it.
Okay.
Right? There's no way to know. All you could see is there were 3 people that left this train and got on that stagecoach.
Yeah. And it was confident that like nothing was exchanged, right?
Other than the people, no.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all I got.
Okay. Great. The train picks back up and starts rolling. Yeah, I think Cornelius, why don't you make me a notice check?
Sure thing.
You hear the conductor curse and then feel the train start picking up speed a little bit. You can see there's more oxygen being added to the fire, so it's burning a little hotter, steam's belling a little more, and train's picking up speed.
I'll work my way past the coal cart and come up here and say, is everything all right?
Yeah, just little obstruction or mound or something next to the tracks. I just want to make sure we blast through it. It's not that big a deal.
I'm gonna try to look to see what he might be talking about through his window.
Yeah, I mean, you can see off to the sort of right side of the track. It looks like a giant anthill made out of salt. Right? And it's not on the tracks, but it's close enough to the tracks that it could be a problem. Right? But with the cow plow in front and the speed, like you sort of see it explode into a bunch of stuff. And conductors said, cross your fingers.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to take this professional at his word, but being the
Mhm.
paranoid freak I am, I'm going to
Mhm.
brace myself against the corner back here.
Mhm. Okay. Kane, you hear this person scream.
Okay. You hear someone screaming? What the?
Yeah, they jump up and scream at just everyone in the car. Something just skittered up past the window.
The hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about
I'm gonna
something
look
just skittered up past the window.
I'm gonna look out the window. Oh, I'm assuming I
Okay.
don't see nothing.
Well, go ahead and make me a notice check.
Fuck, now I gotta see something.
That
Fuck, I actually got to see something.
You don't see something.
Thank God.
Sounds like something's on the roof, though. There's some
Oh, fuck.
scratching or something on the roof.
Time for Kane to be a hero.
Fuck, I do not want to be a hero. Okay. Gotta go grab my gun.
Pull out your pistol.
I don't have my body armor. Is someone close by? She's all the way up there. I'm not going to talk to her.
Well, I guess this is it.
I'm gonna step outside.
Well, I guess this is how we die.
Friendly, can you make me a notice check at -2, given the state of your affairs right now and the nonsense these poker players are doing? Okay. So, Kane, have you left this car? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I did leave this car. I
Okay.
did leave the car.
Awesome.
How
Got my
long has
pistol in hand.
how long has it been since the Black Regiment fight? Black Legion.
Oh, we're approaching an hour, right?
Okay.
Which is actually an excellent time, right, to ask Abby, make me that healing check, but make it at -2. And the -2 is, I'm putting a -2 on there because I want to see if you can get it done within the hour. You follow me?
I guess. Yep, -2 on my repair roll. I do need to, if I remember, if this goes bad, yeah. I believe instead of spending a Benny to re-roll, I have a fancy dancy toolkit that will let me re-roll for free.
Cool.
It's sort of like the medical or the doctor's bag,
Mhm.
but for repair rolls. No, it actually just straight up ignores up to 4 points of penalties.
Oh, well, that solves that problem then.
Nice.
Yeah, the repair takes place. Fantastic.
How many wounds did you have, Thomas?
One. I had one.
Okay.
One. Yeah.
Then yeah, the 4 should repair one.
Okay.
Yeah, great.
I have a repair kit. I had just like in case like we needed one.
Yep.
Mine says ignore 2. You have one that says ignore 4.
Are you looking at... Oh, I'm sorry. I have a weird science toolkit, which is up to 4.
Yeah, way better than mine. I just have normal tools. Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
I gotta go.
Your gun doesn't do you much good initially, Kane, and you can't really see what's happening because people are now rushing towards the door, right? Because of something, right? But people are trying to get out of this car and they are pushing you out of the way. Are you letting people through?
Yeah, I'm letting people through.
Okay. Great. They are going to, let me just pick up a bunch of these people. They're going to come storming in to your car, Joan. And we'll say the rest of these people are moving up here. All right. I think, given everything that's been happening, Friendly, you would probably be the first to notice as it sort of bursts through the door next to you. One of these guys, right?
Oh,
Yes.
The scale's a little wonky. It's about the size of a medium-sized dog,
okay.
right? And there are it's caked in this white salty, exterior with it's sort of formed a crust, little armor-like, little spiky, and I think it's an excellent time for everyone to roll into or go into combat mode. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put one of these guys in, and everybody will move on its turn.
Okay.
You want Thomas and Abby to roll in as well?
I do.
Okay.
Quick question. So it has been under an hour since the Black Regiment fight, right?
It's just about an hour. What are you trying to do?
It will matter because the relief that I cast on Abby is still functional if it is, which is the minus. Essentially, it's the +2 pace and the not paying any attention to 1 wound or fatigue.
Okay.
It was the last thing that I cast, and then Abby ran real fast.
Great. Let's do
Lasted for an
this.
hour? Jeez.
Right. Let's do this since I just made Abby make a similar roll. Whatever your spell casting, what is it? Faith for you?
Yeah, faith.
Right. Make me a faith roll at -2 to see whether or not we're under or over the hour for you. Yeah, that's clearly going to make it. Great.
God damn.
I think he
That's
believes.
an ill omen. So yeah, you still got that going, Ted.
Okay.
You can ignore 1 wound or 1 exhaustion, and you have +2 to pace still, because that
Okay.
had the hurry on it.
All right.
That is too low. Shit.
You could spend a Benny.
It could be
Nah.
lower.
I went from a 3 to a 2 last week, so
Yeah, I'm gonna need bennies for other stuff, I think.
Okay. Let's do the following. Let me make sure I know what I'm doing here first.
Jonah and I are synchronized across time with our jacks.
Okay. Joan, you've just seen all these people rush into your car. What is your plan?
Could Thomas take his turn first? Maybe Miles is whining, and I will be right there. but
Sure,
I am
absolutely. Yeah, I think that's
indisposed right now.
just looked it up, and that's on page 77.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thomas, you're all healed up, or you're all repaired, I should say.
I'm all repaired.
And as far as you know, nothing's going on.
Yeah, everything is pretty good. I mean, we there was a stop, and but we're moving now. They're probably. I mean, it sounded like you would describe it as the front of the train impacted a little bit on a mound. So like that probably was felt like, hey, there was some rough track for a moment. I think once
make me a notice roll. We'll figure it out that way, whether or not you tracked it.
Sure.
Man, everybody's rolls already. Holy moly! Yeah, you certainly felt something.
Yeah, just some rough track.
Yeah, not the
happens.
right. It felt a little different than the normal jostling of an active moving train.
Yeah, a little different, but I mean, like I said, it could be just rough track.
Yeah.
Been watching the Snowpiercer show, so rough track is a term
Yeah.
I've
Yeah,
been
yeah.
thinking of.
You got the lingo now?
I got all the train,
You've been watching the TV show?
the TV show. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it is not bad. It is a nice retelling of that story.
Oh, cool.
With different things happening. It's cool. I will in that case, like do a little mobility test, right? Make sure the arms and hands are moving, right? Thanks, Doc. I'm gonna just go make sure the rest of the train's doing all right. I will just exit through here, and I'm just moving as normal. Let me get okay, hang on. Yes, through the toilet.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this thing actually here?
Yeah.
It's on the roof.
Yeah. No, it has entered. That door is wide open. It entered through it, and you need to make me a fear check at -2, please. A spirit roll, I should say.
Hell yeah. If that's the case, I didn't know if it was like real or not, so I
Yep.
was just like moving my token through the space. Yeah, okay, fear check. Great.
Yeah, so
That's
spirit roll. Yeah.
Yeah. I am okay. Oh, you said -2? That's a fail then.
Yeah.
Benny, I could pop off. I hit free reroll, but it's a failure. I'll deduct the Benny. Okay, I'm afraid.
All right. You are shaken.
Okay. I will shake myself.
They're not super scary creatures, but they're scary enough that you're going to have to resolve that before you can take any actions other than moving.
Yeah. Would it be as soon as I see them, I need to make the roll? Like when I look at them is when the effect occurs?
Yep.
Okay, then I'd be here, right? I'd walk
Yeah.
out the door. You said the door's open. I would see them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm currently shaken. In my turn, I think that's my turn, right? Like, because I didn't have anything to do,
right?
like,
And
anyway, so.
unless you want to spend a Benny to remove the shaken right now, that's your turn.
No, I have a good shot of undoing that on the beginning of my next turn. So I'll just be here.
Yep.
Going, Doc.
Right. All right.
Abigail, head down, diligently putting her tools back in the roll. Like,
excellent. Joan, are you back with us?
Yes. So I think you had said that a bunch of people had rushed in here. Where did they rush in here from?
They came in through this the door at the other end of the train, and it's basically this line of people just burst through that door.
And there's no clue as to why that happened?
They're screaming and causing a ruckus and saying it jumped on the train, stuff like that. Not a lot that makes sense for you right now, out of context.
Okay. Then yeah, I think I'll just take my movement and I'll roll a run die or however. Yeah.
Okay.
And then my goal here is just to get, down to where Kane is to see if we can figure out what's going on. So
yeah.
So is that I can move 12?
You can move 12.
Now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a huge run.
So yeah, I'll kind of like push through the crowd and like elbow my way through and come on out and have you any idea what's going on out here, sir?
Hell, if I know, shit, I just saw something. I just heard something on top of the damn train. Now,
I'll
Oh.
just look around and see, if I see any signs of anything dangerous over here. But
Right.
that's it for me for this round. I
You
think.
don't, and that's because the way I ruled it for Kane, which will persist for you as well in this round, is that you can't see anything through this car door because too many people are
Mhm.
crowding the door. You'd need to actually enter the car to see
Okay.
beyond that whole mess.
Gotcha.
So-
I think I think I moved my full 12 there, so that'll
Yeah.
yeah.
okey-doke.
Huge
Then yeah,
run.
that's it for now.
All right. Abigail.
Abigail will be doing pretty much what I said. Rolling up her tubes. Yes, Thomas, what is it? And then I will, once they are all secured, I don't really have an idea anything is super
Mhm.
going on. So I think I will end up in much the same boat as
All right. Let's see that
Thomas,
spirit
making
roll.
that spirit roll. This is at a -2, you said, right?
Correct.
Yeah, this is gonna go great.
Ooh, scaredy cat.
Yeah, it almost went real
I-
bad.
I will
Yeesh.
spend 1 Benny in an attempt to not be scared.
Yeah.
Well,
right?
Why not? It's 1 Benny.
I mean, I'm gonna.
Technically, you could use it to
Yeah,
get rid
that's
of it.
right.
Oh, to
that's
just
exactly what I
unshake.
was gonna
That's-
say.
that's a
Right.
fair point.
You don't
Yeah,
want to
that's-
re-roll the roll because you could just use it to get rid of
Right.
it if you had to.
Yeah.
And you can
Yeah.
do that at instant speed, technically.
Yeah, you can do that. So basically, you're gonna spend that Benny. You're gonna spend that Benny so you don't have to make the roll. You're not shaken as a result of being feared, right? And you don't want to re-roll it. I mean, it turns out you didn't get a crit fail, right? But
Yeah.
yeah. So you have moved, but you are still free to take your action. Although this is a great opportunity to remind everybody. Let's try, right? I know it's different than 5e, but let's try and describe what we're going to do and what actions we're going to take at the beginning of the turn, right? But
Yeah, that's why I said pretty much the same boat as Thomas, where Abigail
Gotcha.
had no idea anything was really going on.
I
and
gotcha.
so just-
I gotcha. I
yeah, what is
appreciate
it?
that.
Oh. It's terrified for
Yep.
a moment, and then it's like
Snaps
taking
out
it
of it.
off.
Excellent. Okay.
Wait, is
Oh boy.
my brother's standing like right there, right? Frendel, what the
I am-
hell?
I am seated with my eyes closed.
If you don't look at it, it's not there.
My eyes are probably just now opening as I'm turning to look at it.
If I can't see it, it can't see me.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do. Oh, that's interesting. That's not working anymore. That's a real shame. Okay. This guy sort of leaps up onto a seat and then leaps over the back of that seat and then sort of dives under this seat here.
Oh,
Maybe they're just hungry. They're just looking for snacks.
They are.
Somebody's got a granola bar in their bag, right? He's just hungry.
that would
Joan,
be the kids' movie version of this.
right? Joan and Kane, you hear a horrific scream from the car that everyone was just streaming out of. Okay, that guy's over here. Two more. You also hear screams from the car that people just ran into, but not like the scream from the car that you just left, Joan, that everybody ran into. That's like fear or surprise, right? Whereas the scream in the car that everyone ran out of, that's terror / pain.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's there. Okay, there. Yeah. Okay. Kane, you're up.
Yeah. But now, assuming that it came around through the back end, I'm gonna come back inward with my pistol in hand.
Okay.
Can
You
I come?
see this thing. It has taken a bite out of this person's arm.
Oh God, yeah.
And actually, make me that spirit check since this is the first time you're seeing it.
I got some
Minus
spirit
2.
in me.
Yeah.
Maybe not that much.
Come
Let
on,
me
Bane.
see. It was -2. Boom. The multi-reason set.
Yeah, you are shaken. Unless you want to give me a Benny. Give me that Benny.
I give you a Benny. Yeah. Oh fuck, man! Here, take it.
Yeah.
Now Adam has the extended clip.
Not again. Well, yeah, I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna do my one action of trying to shoot it in the face now because it scared the shit out of me.
Okay.
I don't have a lot of defensive maneuvers. I
What?
shoot it or I run away.
Gotcha.
I shoot it or I run away.
Gotcha.
Okay. Star Revolver. We're gonna do a -4 on the headshot because I don't want to fight this. Please don't bite me. I can't handle another bite.
Oh,
That's a 6.
Yeah.
I do have ammo. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Well, you need to be careful, right? You haven't been back to Sister Winter's train, so you haven't had the
Yeah.
opportunity, right?
Yeah, no, I'm keeping track of it.
Okay.
But it's the fact that I just haven't shot a shot, so it's just like I guess this was
Well, you should.
I've been using my Winchester with my other one.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Okay.
There you go.
Yeah, let's see that damage.
All right. 9.
Yeah, holy moly. You see this thing and salt sort of explodes into the air, some of it stained red, some with this individual's blood, some with its blood, right? And it sort of rolls its head, right, as it is clearly both shaken and yet still alive.
All right, everybody get the hell out of this goddamn car. And that's it. That's all I got for my turn. I like keep
All right.
trained onto that monster.
Great. Friendly. Let's see that spirit roll. Oh yeah.
Do I have a -2?
You do, but I mean that's clearly not a problem for you.
Huh. The usual friendly,
Mhm.
huh. Hell of a thing. So it didn't do anything to me though, right? It came in the door next to me.
Uh-huh.
I opened up my eyes just in time to see it scuttle under a seat back there, right?
Yep,
Can I
that's
hear
correct.
screaming yet? I mean,
Uh,
it's probably pretty noisy up here, train-wise, but
well, you can hear screaming, right? But it's these four jokers, right, arguing with each other about
Uh-huh.
what to do to protect the pot with this thing loose in the car.
It's good. It's good. It's fine. I am going to
I mean, I realize I'm not a player in this game, and I also realize I created these four idiots, right? But already I'm like, yeah, I know what to do about them. Let these things eat them. Like that'll solve the problem
we're
immediately.
we're working our way there.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to cast deflection on me and myself and move. I'm not gonna move any more than my pace though.
Okay.
So I'm gonna cast deflection on me and let's say Thomas feels like he's gonna be getting up in it. So I'll roll this. Okay. PowerPoint subtracted. Things will take a -2. Oh, because of the raise, actually, a -2 to melee or ranged attacks
Okay.
when they
Excellent.
attack us. So they get a -2 if they attack me or Thomas with ranged or melee.
Okay.
Because it's a raise, it is both. It was going to just be melee.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to then move to put myself, let's see, 6. There, just so
Mhm.
that I am in between these. So yeah, I guess I hold my glove up. There is like a shimmering kind of like pearlescent dome around me, and one appears around Thomas as well.
Okay.
And then I doing like that wild animal, like Chris
Mhm.
Pratt with the raptor thing, as I'm
Right.
like shimmying sideways to the right,
Awesome.
and put myself in between it and these people.
Okay. Great.
Yep.
Cornelius, you are up.
Yeah. I I I don't have any. I mean, I don't. Do I have any indicators that anything has occurred from up here?
Not yet.
Yeah, I think I'm stuck here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Might have heard both Thomas and then Abigail. Just, what the hell is that? As I was shouting. Oh wait, that's across a train car. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah, it
Well,
was
it-
far.
And
Right.
then
Never
It's
mind.
rickety as shit.
Right. It's across a train car, and like Cornelius is at the locomotive.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I think unless it's happening right there, Cornelius, you don't have any idea of what's going on.
Yep, I'm fine with that.
All right. Let's go on to the next round and see what happens. Oh, son of a bitch, what just happened?
Benny's.
Fuck you, friendly. I just took a bunch of bennies, god damn it.
Yep. Thank you, God. It's you that did this.
This guy shit might be real.
Can I get another 4?
Right.
Oh my god.
That may work out so that we got a chance to like do
Yeah.
something so you can
Yeah.
notice.
All
Well,
right.
I'm holding, so
Okay. Okay. And just so I'm clear, when you say you're holding, you're taking advantage of having just rolled the Joker, so you're going to hold your action until something else
Yeah.
occurs. Correct? Great.
I'm already
Okay.
taking a defensive posture. This just lends
Yep.
itself to being like, okay,
Great. And
whatever
just
you do, I'll decide what to do.
right. And I'm not going to check in with you, so just chime in
Yep.
when you want to take that move. Great.
Mhm.
Kane, you are up.
Um, Same thing. Big scary dog creature. I am going to get closer though. And it's only my one action. I'm only doing the same action. That's I walk closer,
Okay.
pushing this guy out the fucking way.
Right.
I'm trying to dome it again. This is old Yeller. I don't want this around any longer. Please, please don't fight back. Roll. Oh, 5.
Oh, yeah, that'll do.
Hit. All
Let's
right,
see.
let's go. That's
Yo.
18.
Yeah,
Oh.
right. 2 rapid fire shots right to the dome. Right. And yeah, this thing is no more. Let me make sure I get the right condition thing on here.
I should have 4 shots actually. Let me get that correct. All right. And yeah, besides that, I'm just keeping my head on the swivel just in case there's more, and that's all for my turn.
Okay. Thomas, you are up.
Oh, yeah.
You are shaken, correct?
I am shaken.
Right. Why don't you make that free spirit roll at the beginning of your turn? See if you can unshake yourself.
Yes. Oh, that's what it was. Okay. I thought it was a vigor check for a moment. But it's not. The auto pop-up came up and I was like, oh, it's not spirit, but it is spirit. Okay. It's this. And then I have +2 bonus. Which I needed. Okay. Okay, unshakenable.
Great. What's Thomas doing on his turn now that he can do whatever he wants?
So this little guy, this little creature just kind
Mhm.
of bounded about, but is not attacking anyone.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to. Okay, I guess it's. No, it'd be one action, one actual action. Let me unshake, shake. Okay. I'm gonna as I kind of like mentally calm down from seeing this creature. I'm gonna make my way in. As I do, meeting Friendly's gaze. I'm gonna come in. You said he's like kind of under these seats,
Yep.
or like he went around in that area. Okay.
He jumped over a couple seats and now he's sort of part under the seat, part just sort of where your feet would be if you were sitting in that seat.
Yeah. Okay. Look at Friendly and say, is this thing dangerous?
Maybe. I mean, it is a wild animal, so yeah.
I'd like to, if possible, I would like to. I don't know if these windows open because like not all windows open on a train, but I feel like
Mhm.
old timey windows like did open on
Yeah.
these trains.
We'll say they open.
I'd like to try to. It's certainly a free action to open a window, as it's open a door.
Yep.
I'd like to try to grab this thing by. In my mind, there's a tail.
Okay.
It's like tail up, rooting around. I'd like to try to grab this thing by its tail and just. I want to try to get it through the window and out. But like I don't know the window size. I don't know its size to the window, but that's like the goal, right?
Yeah,
Huck it like a football.
hold on one second.
Yeah, because you said medium dog, which would certainly fit through how I've seen train windows.
Yeah, I mean, I think uh
What an incredible sentence.
Yeah.
Listen, sir, I've
Right.
encountered many a medium dog through a train window, and let me tell you,
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think
Not an easy task, but I think the sizes work, you know. But
Right.
again, I don't know how it actually is here.
okay. I think the way I'm gonna rule this, right, is if you're trying to grab it and throw it through the window, let's call that 2 actions.
Well, I thought about grappling and
Mhm.
then trying to do a toss, right? And then I did not go for the grapple. I just
Mhm.
wanted to go to the I mean, obviously I got to grab it to toss it, right? Which is why I
Right,
described
and
it as
right,
grab by
and
the
so
tail,
that's
put
why
it out.
what I'm thinking is as follows, right? You've got to grab it to toss it. In this game, grabbing is grappling, right? Grabbing a creature that doesn't want to be grabbed is definitely a grapple check, right?
Well, then
So
to
it
make
will
all tosses grapple checks by that logic, right? That makes every push a 2-action thing. Is it just this scenario is difficult, right?
right. Well,
Okay.
it's not that every push would be too thick. Like if this thing were standing on the ledge of in between trains and you just wanted to push it, that's 1 action. You're pushing it, right? Here, before you can toss it, you need to grab it.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it's difficult. I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm
So
fine.
right, and so I think here's the way I'd rule it. Right. It's 2 actions, so you're going to get a -2 on the grappling check. Right. But if you succeed on the grappling check, you're just tossing. You've got it. You're just tossing it out the window. Right. So there's
Well,
it
then I'd
really.
have to make another athletics check. That's why I'm saying
Mhm.
if it's all 2 actions for pushing, but it's difficult. We've agreed it's difficult. I'm fine with doing.
Right.
Just be clear, I'm doing 2 actions, actually making 2 athletics checks, or you're just applying a -2 penalty to it.
I'm just applying a -2 penalty to the entire process.
Okay, yeah, no problem, sir.
Okay.
No problem.
Yeah. And so it basically, if you're successful on the athletics check, you can pick it up and throw it out the window.
Okay.
And you're making the athletics check at -2.
At -2, you got it, sir.
And you need to beat a. You need to beat a 4. Oh no, no. Actually, you don't need to beat a 4. You son of a bitch. You go to grab this thing, right? And it's clearly skittish. And as you go down to grab it, it jumps up on the seat and jumps out the window.
Oh my God. Is it out the window, like leaping to the ground, or is it like out the window crawling on the train?
No, it leapt out the window of a moving train. It's gone.
Oh, okay. Still a success. Okay, hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
There's like I'm like reaching. It's it's like getting out of me, and then it's gone. Okay.
No, I'm like, oh yeah, you need to beat a 4. Oh wait, that's a weird looking 4. Oh, that's because that's the critical failure. Roll on the critical failure table. You rolled a 1. Great,
Okay,
fantastic.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
Hey, we got there. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
That's me.
Great. I gotta make some dice rolls. Hold on a second. Okay. Cornelius, the individual standing in this coal box here, that it's there's no roof on it, so he can shovel coal efficiently. You hear him scream, "Look out!" as and he swings wildly with the shovel as one of these things leaps from the car behind you, from the roof of the car behind you into this car. This guy is well, nobody's in there to see that, but so we'll just leave him right there. And we'll leave him there. And yeah, that's it. 1, 2,
Cool.
3, 4. So I think right now Joan and Cornelius are the only people who haven't seen one of these things yet. Is that correct?
Yeah, I haven't seen one yet. So.
Great. Okay. You are up, Joan.
Okay. I want to. My intentions are to head into the cart and see who, if anyone, is hurt, and try to, stabilize them if they need to, or see if anyone's about to die.
Okay.
Get on in here. I think you had said someone got their arm bitten.
Yeah,
into.
this individual here had their arm bitten.
I didn't see the.
It's the
blondie
one
with the green?
the person in between Kane and this Salt Flat Salamander.
Gotcha. Does she appear to be bleeding out or just severely injured?
Neither. I mean, it's a bad bite, right? But it's a bad bite. She seems to be freaking out way more than the wound would warrant.
Okay.
Do me a favor. Make me a notice roll.
We noticing everything.
Yeah. You still haven't seen it, right? But you hear like scratching and clawing and panting coming from the back of the train.
And that door back there is closed right now?
Correct. But several of the windows are open.
Okay, gotcha. So I had intended to use one action this turn to try to heal. Could I instead use that action to, aim or ready or something like that, and kind of like point towards the back of the train and just kind of prepare to try to give myself a bonus on the next round to shoot something that comes in?
Sure. I'll allow that.
I will look up the rule that I'm talking about. But
I mean, I think, look it up because, like, if I remember,
you have to do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, I don't know if it's when it says absolutely nothing. I don't know if like the free action stuff counts or not.
Yeah.
Right. And so, if it does, then
if a character spends her entire turn aiming a ranged weapon at a particular target and takes no other actions, on her next turn she may ignore up to 4 points of range, cover, called shot, scale, speed, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say anything about, oh, no, it says right here, the shooter must be stationary to aim, can't run, walk, run,
that's not possible.
So yeah, I can't do that. Right. So yeah, that's it then.
Okay. Great. Abby.
There is a thing here. I do not want it here, but there are... Wait, no, there's no longer a thing here.
Yeah, it ran away from Thomas.
Yeah, you saw me trying to get it before it like crawled up the wall and jumped out the window.
Do you think there are more? I'll go that way, you go that way. I guess I still have a. I will pull out my weird test tube pistol, and I'm gonna run through the car towards the front. And if I see one of these things anywhere along the way, I intend to stop and shoot it.
Great.
I will go ahead and roll a run die, however. And I now remember that there is a button for this. Nailed it.
Yo.
My pace is
And you have
actually-
the +2
Yeah.
pace?
Yep.
So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I don't know if there's actually a door to this car or if I've
Yeah, it's a little vague, so we're just going to say if you're there, you can see into that car.
Cornelius, there's a. Oh, I see you've found that out. That out already. And I will take a Gimpy extract shot. Oh wait, I can target. I do need to put in that I ran. Situational modifier. Run. Set. Roll. Okay, what? Oh, there's a size penalty? Yeah, scale.
No, there should not be. That's that's interesting.
I have it targeted saying that it's small.
Yeah, let me see if I
can
can't
just
fix that.
delete that.
Yeah, just go ahead and delete
it's
that.
still a miss, however. So
Okay. Yeah, close.
I'm gonna spend a Benny because this is PowerPoints. I don't want to waste my
Yeah.
PowerPoints. Oh, that's still a miss. Okay, well, I'm not risking the last the last Benny.
Okay.
Goodbye, PowerPoints.
Fire wide. And
sorry, Mr. Cole. Well, hello, Mr. Coleman.
how'd you know my last name? Cornelius, you are up.
Oh boy. I'll pry myself out of this corner. And then I don't think I'm going to move. I think I'm going to stay here and use elemental manipulation to push this creature away from me and like hopefully to this space.
Yeah.
Actually, what I would like to do is I would like to use 2 actions to do that twice and try to just shove it off of the train.
Okay.
Okay. So powers. Oh, forgot to put on the minus. Is it -2 penalty for double actions?
That's correct, but that's
Okay.
going to be a 5, right? So that'll push him back to here.
Okay. And then let's click the -2 now, and click again. Oh, let's use a Benny. Ooh.
Yeah. Blows that guy off the back of the train. Or off the side of the
Sweet.
car.
I'll shout out to Abby. What was that? Did you know what that was?
No idea, but I'd really love to get my hands on one.
Sorry about that.
She just shrugs.
This guy says, no, you really wouldn't. You don't want those salamanders to bite you.
The what now, Adam?
You heard me.
Saltamander.
The
I'm here for
It's
it.
it's worse than Saltamander.
It's
Sodom.
Sodom Anders.
Oh,
Sodom.
as in Sodom
Awful.
and Gomorrah. Got it.
Uh
Yep.
huh.
Maybe we are in a place now called Sodom.
Oh my god.
I prefer the salt actually.
Thomas, you are up.
Okay. I see. Well, what do I see? I'm by a window. I stick my head out to look for the guy that he jumped. I stick my head out and look
Mhm.
left, right, turn to look up, right. Do I see
Right.
any of these creatures on the side of the train?
You don't see anything. You've heard screaming coming from the passenger car behind this one.
Okay. No, don't see any bunches crawling. Everything looks okay in here. I'll look at Friendly and say, "You want me to? You got things here, or you want to check on the rest?"
I mean, okay? So, probably both of us should go check on the rest, right? You for something needs punching, me for something needs healing.
Got it. Okay. My intention is I'm gonna roll a run die to move a lot. Hopefully, if I see anything on the way, I'm gonna punch it. If not, then that's it.
All right.
Oh, everyone rolled sixes, but me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't have lungs, but I'm out of wind. I'm out of breath.
Right. I don't have lungs, but I've seen people do this.
Yeah, I have no lungs and I must scream. Okay, that's me.
All right. Friendly, you are up.
Yep. I'm going to. I guess so Abby ran that way. I will try to run. No other thing, just run. I think it's the first time I've had to try roll a pace die.
Great. Let's see it.
Well,
I mean, literally everybody but Thomas.
Everybody, I'm
Da-da-da.
so slow.
Now I gotta run.
Rub it in, why not?
Or
Okay. I need you to stop at that door because when you open it, one of these things is on the platform between the two cars.
okay, 5, and then 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's severe. I open the door to see it and immediately fucking backpedal.
Okay.
Actually, okay. I'm gonna be heroic. I moved to here. That way, again, I'm just in between the nearest one and these people. If it's an animal, it'll just jump for someone. Hopefully, it doesn't jump for these fucking gamblers.
Okay. Anything else for you?
Nope.
Joan, you heard some scrambling, some scratching at the back of this car.
I think
what
I'm
would you
gonna
like to-
go with what I was kind of hoping to do last time and just aim towards the back of the
Gonna
car
aim.
and
Great.
try to prepare. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Give me a second as I make some rolls here. What do I got? 1. Okay. there. You're over here. Scrambling. Oh boy, okay. Okay. Here's what everybody sees. In the front of the train. I gotta zoom in. Okay. Another one of these things leaps into the coal box. In addition, you probably can't hear it, Cornelius, but Abigail, you can't see it, but you hear claws on the roof of the car that you just stepped out of. Thomas and Friendly, you, it's not in the car yet, but you first see the claws and then hear the claws against the window, then see the claws scratching against the window, then see the claws reaching up and over into an open window as this thing is climbing in. You already see that one. This guy is going to lunge towards you, Thomas, and try and take a bite.
I'll have a
Back
-2.
for round 2.
Right. Was that a -2 for deflection?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. It leaves some salty debris on the metal of your forearm as it comes close, but unsuccessful in doing anything significant. That is their turn. Kane.
Oh my god.
You can't see it, but you've heard some scrambling coming from the back of this train.
Okay. But I can see that Joan is ready to fire, looks like, right?
Yeah, you can see that Joan is squaring up and taking aim, actively aiming towards the back of this train to wait to see this thing make an appearance.
Okay, I'm gonna try to use my pace and I'm going to try to get back there and open the door, or at least get her ready, like to set up her shot. But first, I got to make sure I got the pace for it. Can I get another 6? That's the thing we can do for me, silly old me.
So you're
I'm
trying to
just
head back there
running back,
and just trying to get this
open the
thing to
door.
get out in the open?
Yeah, basically.
Okay,
I have faith she can hit this. I know she can.
gotcha.
Got more
Close.
faith than I do.
I wanted that 6.
Yeah,
I'm
I
with
would
that.
have lost that point.
Okay. I'm gonna run back, take a look back at Joan, and open it.
Okay.
Nothing there.
What do you think is worse, not seeing it or seeing it?
Not seeing it because I was ready to see it. Oh, please tell me they got the other crew. I'll be all right with that.
Okay, so that's your turn. Running back there, opening the door.
That is it. Yeah.
Got it.
So,
Fantastic. Abigail.
Oh, there's nothing there.
All right. Looking at the little thing on her arm, she's realizing her reserves are running a little low. I'm going to take 2 actions. As she puts the pistol back in the holster, I'm going to use. I don't have a name for it yet. I am using boost trait on myself for shooting, and then I will pull my Winchester to shoot this thing. So I'm taking 2 actions.
Okay.
Power, boost, lower trait, targeting myself. This is a 2 action modifier. Roll. Hey. Oh, I have it targeted still, and it's still trying to give me this.
Yeah. Thank you for getting that. Yeah, great.
So that will put my shooting temporarily up to a D6. I don't know how to do this.
I think it.
No action selected. Can I boost my trait in here? Sure can't. Okay, I'll just have to set it on my sheet.
Just call it a +2 as a modifier.
Well, I can set the die to a D6.
Oh, great. Yeah.
I just have to remember to set it back afterwards.
Okay.
This is still 2 actions. Actually, let me hit my shooting button.
Big 6. Big
That's
sixes.
On a D4. 2 actions. Oof.
Let's make sure the scale's off of it.
Oh yeah, scale is still off of it. It's definitely a miss. Neither die is naturally a 1, right? Oh no,
The trait die was
the
1.
Trait die was, so yeah, I've got a Benny. I'm gonna re-roll that because I don't want to accidentally shoot somebody. Okay, I just missed.
Ooh.
I'll take the flat miss. Oh, sorry. Hope I didn't hit anyone. That's it for me.
Okay. Cornelius, I'm gonna have you correct me if I'm wrong. We didn't have you make a fear check last time, which is the first time you'd seen one of these things.
Right.
So let's do it now. Make that spirit roll at a -2.
Real quick, I'm rolling another shooting just so it subtracts the ammo.
Can you remind me what the -2 are? Because I should have more than just a -2 in addition to that.
The -2 is just the flat fear check for this creature. You get a -2.
So,
yeah.
All right, so mine will be a -3.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh wait, hold on. That's I only select a -2. I'm just gonna use a Benny though and clear it.
Okay, great.
Yep.
Which I'm sure
Came
means
to
somebody
terms
will
with
get
that a while ago.
right. I'm sure that means somebody will get a Joker when this round the next round starts. But go ahead. You are free to act.
Okay.
I forgot we got a Benny. I have 1 left. Nice.
I think I will just repeat my last turn. I'll just try to shove this thing twice and try to get it off, even though I think angles aren't in my favor this time.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay. So -2 is clicked this time. Let's use a Benny.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just check. I'm just taking the scale off afterwards, but yeah, that is still a miss.
Okay.
Using a Benny to re-roll it. Excellent.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's
there we go.
Right. Yeah, you are able to push that thing back.
Okay, and then we'll do that one more time.
All right. Yeah,
Whoop.
I'll do too. I see those explosions, and I just keep this thing moving.
All right.
Great.
I would love to be seeing that for like damages and stuff, but I will take the surefire, get them off the train, and they're gone.
Yeah, love it.
That'll
All
be it.
right, here we go. Excellent.
Oh,
Good
we're
lord.
so low.
Wow.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm actually
Oh.
gonna spend a Benny. I'm
Damn.
gonna
Okay.
spend a Benny to roll higher.
Go for it.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
It might just be that we're down to that low, like low left
Well,
in the deck.
Fair. Yeah.
Oh no,
that's-
because we just got a Joker last round. That would have reset the
yeah, it
deck.
would have reset
Yeah.
the deck. We did just
Don't
roll
worry,
the flood.
guys. I
There's
got
no
a
Kobe.
4.
You got it, Kane? There you go. You took care of it, Kane.
Yeah, got a
Yeah.
4. I really moved
Lateral
up in the
move.
world.
Okay.
I mean, we almost have a flush in our
Yeah,
collections
it's crazy.
card. Or straighter. Right?
Let's see. You rush past and open the door, Kane. This thing is gonna push past you out onto the platform here, and then feels you're the only one who can see it at this point, Kane, but it clear, like it rushed past you trying to get away from everything, right? Rushed past you out here, and now that it's out here, it doesn't really know what to do and starts to climb the back of this train car. Okay, I'll move over there. Let's see. Thomas, Friendly, and Joan, you hear screams coming from the car in between you two. So this car here. Thomas, this thing tries to take a bite out of you.
Mm-hmm. Still at a -2, I think.
Yeah.
I'm starting to think these things are dangerous.
Yeah, it basically just ends up getting jostled by, it's unsure of its footing on this moving train, and it ends up just sort of headbutting your torso. Let's see. This thing also leaps off the top of the car and into the coal box. This guy makes his way through and tries to take a bite out of one of the poker players.
No way.
The other 3 poker players are all trying to bat this thing off. All right.
A lot of kicking. Everybody's got a kick.
A lot of screaming, a lot of kicking. What is that all about?
There's a
I love
lot
that
going on.
they don't help us, but the moment it goes for him, they
Yeah.
all just blast it to
They
death.
can't, otherwise,
Yeah.
they can't finish the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They will not help us, but they will make the game finish.
Yeah. Friendly, you're close enough. You can tell it's not bad, but it does get this guy. Sort of sinks its teeth into its shoulder, and the guy is howling in pain. Did I get everybody? 1, 2. Oh, whoops. I gotta make that guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That guy's running. Okay. That is it. Friendly, what you got?
Yeah, this is one of the. I mean, their eyes are glowing, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna err on the side of this is pushing the edge of natural. I thought they'd maybe an animal, but I've gotten a good look at it, and I'm thinking probably supernatural. Uh, so I will use we'll see if it works. Holy symbol, and I will up it so that it is the medium blast. Ooh, I'm going to re-roll that because I could do that for free. Much better.
All right, let me look here. What we got?
It says evil critters. I don't know. Friendly thinks they might be evil. They very well may not be evil. It's one of those
Yeah,
things where Deadlands as written kind of rules it as supernatural things, but
Right.
it's so open-ended that who
Right.
knows, you know?
You
I might not know until they try, right? And then
here's how I'll rule this. What you can infer, right? What you see is you present this thing, right? And the creatures pay no more or less attention to you than they were paying previously, right?
yeah, they don't flinch back or anything.
Right. I think it's safe to say what you can infer by that is that they simply aren't affected by this particular power.
Got it. Okay.
You know, I'm playing a
Yeah,
little
no,
loose and fast. They're your powers, so I'm making the assumption that you've used it before. Whether or not it was successful when you used it before, you certainly know what it looks like when it succeeds and know what it looks like when it fails against a creature that it might have been effective against. This doesn't fall into either of those categories.
Gotcha. Fair enough. Okay. As I am running low, I will do a thing you can do that I very rarely do. I will use the Benny that I got from the Black Joker to burn it so I like close my eyes and hum, and as I do, a bit of like power surges from the glove, and I will spend a Benny to get 5 power points back.
Spectacular.
The thing I've been cognizant of it, as I was talking to Ted about it, I was like, well, yeah, you can't use that to like cheese at the end of each session, right? They'd be like, burn them all, burn them all.
Right.
But in a combat, I've been waiting, especially for
Nice.
me, considering I just pray and get them back, you know?
Right. Love it.
Yeah, 5 power points back, but a holy symbol does not take effect.
All right. Thomas, what you got?
Frendel's doing some magics. Pretty good. Love that.
I don't think it's working.
Nah, I think it's doing something. This guy looked at me funny.
That's good.
I'm gonna do 2 actions.
Okay.
This guy tried to headbutt me. I'm gonna try to headbutt him. See whose skull is stronger.
Yeah, love it.
And I will then move to get rid of the other guy. Try to punch that other dude. So 2 actions on my turn.
And I will make sure to take off the scale thing as you do those rolls.
Okay. He's targeted. A punch. I'm doing 2 actions. Set. Oh, 2.
Ooh, fuck.
Oh, the scale is on there still. Hold on.
It'd be a 4.
That's a
Yeah,
6.
there you go.
Then.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, more than a 4. Okay.
Yeah, let's see that damage.
Okay. All right. You know, it is what it is. Hell yeah, shaken. We like that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm then gonna slam my head into him as it's dazed, just
All right.
you know, just like drop it, right, let it just
Yeah.
fall down, turn, and then bring a boot and just try to put this thing onto the bottom of the train car.
Okay.
Okay, target, punch. It didn't remember my 2 actions. That's fine. Okay, roll. Check for scale. Remove
Yeah.
scale. There we
Good
go.
lord.
Okay. Big boot.
Oh boy. Yeah. That's
Big boot.
you're
I
right.
think you hit it.
Yeah.
Holy
Very
shit.
hard.
There is an explosion of guts and gore and salt just everywhere.
Oh, it's like a
Hell
bunch
yeah.
of
and
bloody salt crystals. Ugh.
yeah, and
yeah.
Oh.
as you do this, the 4 poker players are all, yeah, all right, get them.
Okay, I'm coming around.
Yeah.
Can't believe you were ever against these guys.
Yeah.
I know.
Like,
I love these guys. I wanna. I'll turn my head to look at them and say, "Who's winning anyway?" That's me. That's me.
All right. Cornelius, go for it.
ugh, there's 2 of them now. I think I'm going to use 1 action to try to push the one on the edge off. Then I
Okay.
will use another action to reactivate elemental manipulation, and then I think I'm going to start trying to do damage and attacking the other one.
Okay.
So I feel like that's gonna have more longevity.
Great. Let me take that scale thing off. There we go. Yeah. And you're just this is pushing this guy off.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, so that guy is blown into the wind.
Ooh, 2 for 2.
Yeah, go Cornelius.
Keep up, boys. Cornelius's head count this game is not insignificant, which is strange. Okay.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. -2. Roll.
All right, let me take that penalty off. Okay. What also, what are you doing here?
Oh, yes. I don't think I established trappings for the first one, but I'm in the engine, so I'm just imagining more of like bursts of flame shooting out from like the coals in direct contact with the
Uh-huh.
creatures to push it back and then throw them off, and so this one's just kind of blasting him in the face.
Okay. Okay. You miss this creature, but you do hit the coal in the coal box, and it's now on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's okay. Part of the power is that I can just put it out later.
Okay.
But that is, but oh, well, like that's for later, and I'll worry about
Yeah.
that later. But
Okay.
that was part of the narrative I was experiencing.
Gotcha.
Albeit,
Future Cornelius's problem.
yeah, it's
Right.
literally a short-sighted deal he made with the
Okay.
devil. Ta-da!
Shout out to me and bro, the
Yeah.
devil.
Abigail.
Oh no. Abigail was starting to move in to try to get the shotgun better situated, but I am not stepping into a giant inferno. I am going to try to plug this thoughtful salt flat salamander
Mm-hmm.
with some buckshot. Winchester. Huh. I'm only taking one shot, so I'm not taking any penalties. Good
Okay.
lord, I cannot hit a fucking thing today.
Scale. It
Yeah.
is scaled.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
still a 1 and a 2 on the dice, though.
Right. Yeah, it's not anymore. So
God damn.
I only got one Benny left.
What else are you using?
Fuck it all.
okay.
Shoot the shit out of it.
Hey!
Kill it.
Depending
Kill
on
it.
right, and depending on when I whoops. Depending on when I got this, I think I got the scale off of it. Yeah, I finally found the right spot to remove these things. Great. Yeah, let's see it.
Buckshot short should be 3d6 damage, I think. Oh, I could have just rolled up here. 10 damage.
God damn.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, this thing just takes the brunt of this spray of buckshot and collapses in a heap, and you can hear it sizzle as the fire is making the crystallized salt on its hide just molten.
Oh, Coleman, get it out of the fire. Just push it over here. Push it over here. Don't burn yourself, though. That's my turn.
Okay. Kane, what is up?
Door open and I'm just looking at the salamander.
Yeah, and actually, yeah, you are just looking at the salamander. It just
All right.
rocketed past you and is, you know what? Make me a notice roll.
Okay, I shall do that. Boom.
Yeah, this as best you can tell. I mean, you're no animal expert, but this seems to be a panicked animal.
Okay. I hate that for that animal, but I have
It's good to
I have the
know.
ruthless major,
Mm-hmm.
and it's in my way. It's fucking up my job. I'm trying to come out here, and I'm trying to kick it off.
Okay.
So what would that be? Would that be athletics? Would that be?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's going to be opposed athletics check.
okay, we got this. Now, by the way, this is my one action. This is my one action.
Right. Son of a gun. Yeah, this thing, its head is darting around, its eyes are darting around, trying to find some place to go, some place to get away from you. And it has that look as it is rocketed off of the platform.
Just a fucking boot.
Yeah. Great. Joan, I realized that you were aiming last turn, and because of the way the action orientation
No, yeah, but
works
that's
this round,
just the way things work.
right? That's
and
right. But
that's the
what
cost of aiming.
right, and what I am going to rule, however, right, is and I think narratively it sort of makes sense. This was actually your first time actually seeing one of these things, right? And we'll just chalk it up to you were feared, you've recovered, right? But you didn't recover in time to take your shot, so now you may move.
Okay. And I've heard the commotion coming from over this direction.
That's correct.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll be just rushing in there, and if I see a creature in there, I'll try to shoot it. So
right.
let's get in here. And I think this is my first time mechanically seeing one, so I need to make what kind of roll?
Spirit roll -2.
Okay.
Yeah, no
Easy.
worries. No worries. Joan's been around. Joan's seen some things. These are nothing.
I mean,
nothing like those.
I'm just so level-headed. I'm just so leveled out. You know, nothing's gonna
Yeah.
get me
No,
riled.
You're so chemically unassisted.
right. And these things, right? These things don't rival any of the drug-fueled nightmares that you've had. So, like, this is nothing.
So yeah, I'll shoot it. Does this?
Yeah.
Does this? There's rules about shooting into close combat, isn't there? Shooting into melee. Does this count as shooting into melee?
You're the way I'm ruling it, right? Is if you're using a pistol, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Like I'm worried about things like shotguns and things like that. But I part of it is like there's going to be a lot of that, right? And unless there's mechanically a specific reason to do it, I just don't want to do it every time that it comes up.
Mm-hmm.
Since it'll
All
come
right,
up a lot.
shooting away.
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna use my fourth Benny that I have
Great.
from So, do that. Aye. Boom.
Let me figure out what I want to do here.
I'm scared and not surprised at all that the answer is
Right.
probably gonna be I shot that guy right next to the creature.
No, I think what I'd like you to do is make me another spirit roll again at -2. When you came in and saw this thing, you thought, oh yeah, like that's not that big of a deal. But as it's gnawing at this person right back here, yeah, you are shaken and fatigued.
Okay, sweet.
All right, here we go.
Somebody got a Joker.
Son of a gun! I keep taking these bennies.
Ted, you got another Benny, baby.
This time we rolled super high. Well, okay.
Yeah, but I also got a 2 of clubs, so
But you're like
Join
epic,
me
so
at the
I.
back.
yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
Okay, Cornelius, go for it. What's up?
Ugh,
Oh, I'm
okay.
sorry. Did somebody say they're re-roll or they're spending bennies to get new?
I do want to spend a Benny to re-roll, though I can't figure out how to do it.
If you look in the combat tracker, if you just click on your 9 of spades, it'll
okay.
give
I
you
wasn't
another
in the
card.
combat tracker. Okay, I gotcha. I will.
There might be some way to do it from the carousel. I just don't know how to do it from there.
My old card is better. Oh boy, here we go. Okay.
All right.
I'll teach you.
Yeah. All right, Cornelius, you are up.
Okay. So the one here has been killed. Thank you.
Yeah.
And you had said something about the sound of scratching on the roof.
No, that one already jumped into the car and is now roasting in the fire. You blew the first one off the corner. Well, you've blown 2 off the corner. The third one jumped in and is now roasting in the fire here.
Okay. I'm gonna put that fire out then.
Okay.
I was gonna say.
So smart.
Great. Yeah, and we'll just say you can use those PowerPoints. Is that your action?
Yeah, and I think actually it takes a full PowerPoint for me to put it out. So
Yeah, absolutely, it does.
That's fine. It just means that I've spent a total of like 3 or 4 power points this combat versus my
Mhm.
usual 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Anything else for you?
I mm, I think it'd be good to try to follow up with everyone else at the back.
Okay.
I'll kind of look to Abby to see if she's turning that way. Because if she's gonna turn and so many have come up to the front, I will stay here.
What one of us should go? Go for it.
Okay, you're telling me to go. Okay.
Yeah. Either way. Yeah.
All right. I'll take that. Yeah. We'll just move regular speed. That's it.
Okay. Great. Friendly, go ahead and describe your action. I am still listening to you. I need to go run and feed my cats before they scratch me to death. I will be right back.
Okay. I think I heard that this guy here was bit, but let's see. I got a thing in front of me. A bunch of screaming is happening. I'm going to cast Relief on me and Thomas with the, so it's +1. I'm going to throw Hurry on it for +2. Yeah. And then I'm just going to move a little. Actually, no, I'm going to stay here because Thomas is going to run by me.
Okay.
I was puttering anyway. You're good.
Great. Casting relief.
Yep. God damn. Okay. The version I was doing is the numb.
Mhm.
So me and Thomas will both ignore the penalty for 2 wound and or fatigue and have a +2 to pace.
Great.
Yep. And the appropriate power
Beavis.
points have been spent. Look, you're next to the buff boy right now. I'm just buffing you up. Get ready to go Terminator.
All right. Fantastic.
Is that-
Anything else for you?
No.
Joan,
It
go
always
for it.
does that whenever I change my power. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so I'm shaken and fatigued.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll a spirit roll, and I have a -1 because of the fatigue.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm sorry, real quick. When
Yeah.
I saw one and failed my roll, should I have also been fatigued in addition to the shaken?
No. That
Okay.
that was part of the critical failure.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Aelin interacts with that.
I'm gonna use a Benny again to try to re-roll that.
Okay. You
Can,
you can
can I
use the
just use a
Benny
Benny to
to
just? Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Yeah.
you can remove the shaken with it. You can't remove the fatigued with it.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove the fatigue with the Benny. And now I have my turn, right?
Right.
Okay. Then yeah, my intention is to get closer to this thing and try to shoot it again.
Okay.
So I'm getting
Yeah.
up next to it. Benny. Okay, well, that's fine.
All right. Having a rough go of it as the image of this thing gnawing on this passenger has made your hand a little shaky.
Mhm.
Kane, what are you doing?
Let me see. I am going. I'm I'm not sure. Can I see all the way down there to John in that car?
You cannot.
Okay, so if I cannot see over there, I'm going to assume she has it,
Okay.
and I am going to use my run die, and I guess I don't. I guess I'm going to make an unskilled attempt at like some type of medicine to see how bad the bite is, because I don't know what the hell this animal is.
Okay. So who are you checking?
The woman right here that got
Okay.
bit.
And that's going to be your action for this turn?
Yeah, that could be my one action.
Okay, great. I'm just going to move the counter ahead because I'm not even going to require you to make a medicine check. Because, well, actually, are you make your movement and then we'll move forward.
Yeah, let's see if I get that first.
Right.
Oh, I
Yeah,
definitely
you'll
get
get
there.
Okay. Great. You don't need to make a medicine check because as you get there, she's looking up at the other passengers have all sort of taken a step back from her, and she's looking up just confused, and just as you approach just says help, and she's holding her left arm up, which she was bit in the left forearm, and from the elbow down it appears that her arm has turned to salt.
Oh, I got one idea, guys. Let me see if I
I mean,
have
that's
it.
the right idea. If it's the one idea I'm having.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, you can have the idea, right? No, you can't take any actions right now.
Yeah, but I also cannot do that idea because I stored my knife away for weight issues.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, I'm absolutely spending a penny to unshake this guy. And he's gonna leap at you, Thomas.
That's not fair.
Another headbutt.
We're the
As
Benny
if-
spenders.
Hey, as long as you're rolling as bad on your bennies as the rest of us, that's fine.
Son of a gun. Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Right. It bounds. It takes a couple aggressive steps in the aisle, then jumps up onto the seat right behind you, and then leaps in the air for your neck, and jaws wide open. These look like stalagmites, of salt in its open maw, and it just slams into your chest and lands on the ground with a yelp. Meanwhile, in the back of the train, or one car back, I should say, this guy spins and tries to take a bite out of you, Joan. Could that? I can't possibly be right. Oh, yeah, your parry's only a 2. All right. You're talking about that, so that doesn't take effect. But yeah, this thing locks its arm or locks its jaws around your leg, but your initial concern fades as you're confident that none of its teeth have moved above the height of your boot, and so nothing has penetrated your skin. And I believe that's there. That's there. Okay. Thomas, you are up.
Just curious. The lady down south, down
Mhm.
train, she got bit and parts of her turned into salt. This guy got bit in front of me. Are parts of
Mhm.
him turned into salt?
Doesn't seem like it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Crazy. Okay. Okay. I mean, I guess it's really one action, isn't it? Okay. I'm gonna try to put this thing down. I'm just gonna, as it's bouncing off on me, catch it in midair, and just squeeze till I hear some snaps and it stops squiggling so much.
All right.
Big bonk.
Yeah.
Okay,
Roll
big-
them
big bonk.
dice.
God.
Oh boy.
Woo!
There's a whole bunch of dice on my screen.
The iron fist.
I looked away for 1 second. There was 9 fucking dice out here.
Hell yeah! That's the way you do it. So hey, watch the cards. Watch the cards.
Amada, thank you, thank you.
You pop this thing like a pinata.
Little salt flavoring everywhere. I thought about running and I didn't say anything. I obviously can't now because I rolled and that's a negative. So I'm just gonna move my 6.
Okay.
As our initial intention was to get down train, so I'm beginning to head that way.
Excellent.
That's me.
Abigail.
All right, it's my job to kind of stay here. But while Cornelius is next to me,
I'm going to pause you for 1 second, Ted. I forgot to do one thing that it's super minor, but I do feel it's necessary. Mr. Coleman is run out of the coal box that was on fire. And it's like, I'm not, like, even though it's out now, he's like, I'm not standing there. That's all.
Good.
Sorry.
Oh, good. No, wait. Come back. Okay. I will, taking a page out of Cody's book while I can remember to do this. I am going to pull out the injector. There's going to be a bit of checking the little bit of green liquid in the vial, like tap it a couple times, get the last little bit down into there. All right, Mr. Cornelius, good luck. I'll stay here, make sure none come back, and I am going to boost trait for vigor, and I'm going to spend an extra power point for the hurry ability, which will increase your pace by 2 in addition to the vigor.
Okay.
That one I have to do from here.
Are you jabbing Cornelius with a needle as they walk by?
Yep.
Awesome. So awesome.
Here you go. This will, you've had this before. This will make you feel a little tougher. It'll keep them from hurting you quite so much. I'm only taking the 1 action.
Yeah.
Boom! +2
Dang.
vigor and +2 pace.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
That is nearly the last of the serums. And then
Plus
since
2 to vigor rolls, right?
it's +2 steps on your bigger die, so your
Oh,
bigger dice goes up by
Yeah,
2.
it's way more than
That's
yeah.
massive.
Yeah. And then Abigail is going to step over to the slightly singed corpse, pull out the a leather roll of tools, and unroll her surgical tools.
Okay.
That's it. I'm not actually taking another
Excellent.
action. That's all
Excellent.
just flavor.
Here we go. Well, right back to it, Abigail.
Oh, I guess it's not just flavor then.
Oh boy. Hey, can I spend a Benny to try to get better than a 3?
Yeah, certainly. As long as you got the Benny, go
2.
for it.
I got him. 2 incoming. It's a king of diamond.
Yeah, there we
Hey,
go.
That's way better.
Yeah. All right, Abigail, what's up?
I only have one PowerPoint left, so I can't actually boost anything else for Cornelius. So I guess as an action, I will just start dissecting this thing.
Okay. Excellent.
I'm
Uh,
trying to see what I can turn into a new power for later, y'all. This
love it. Mr. Coleman throws up.
Mr. Coleman has stepped away. Oh, just turn your eyes. Turn your eyes.
Yeah.
I didn't expect someone like you to have such a sensitive stomach. I have to say that's very disappointing.
Might have been almost died in a fire.
But the fire was only a small blaze. It doesn't matter. She is not looking up while she does this.
Love it. Thomas.
Okay. Open the door. Take a step in. I will likely have one action this turn. Well, I mean, I'll only have one action if I do the action.
Okay.
Step in, see the state of things, look to Joan and say, "You got this, or you need a hand."
I sure don't think I got this. Please give me a hand, Mr. Everett.
Okay, I'm gonna walk forward, look at this thing, and say, the trick is they're real skittish. Like, I'm gonna try to grab it and pull it in two. Head, one hand on the head, one hand on the tail, and just pull.
Yeah. All right. Let's see it.
Okay. Target. Punch. Well, it's a CX.
Yeah. Let's see that damage.
Okay. Yo, I got my gang up die because Joan is with me. Okay, 9. I think I might have pulled its tail off, maybe. Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah.
running along, stomping.
Yeah. Just rip that thing apart. People on this train, some of them have been running back and forth. This guy's been bit. This gentleman's just protecting his daughter. They've had a hell of a time on this journey so far. That is anything else for you? I think that's it.
No, that's him.
All right. Yep.
All right.
This woman looks up at you, Kane, as her arm is clearly in a state, and it doesn't even have words at this point. It's just like, what? People
Is it moving
are
up her arm, or is it just staying where it is?
It doesn't appear to be moving. Yeah, doesn't appear to be moving. And yeah, the passengers are just sort of mulling around, trying to figure out if anything else is incoming. The 4 poker players are now arguing about the pot and whether or not anybody stole money from it. Coleman screams to you, Abby, after wiping his mouth. You get bit?
No.
Good thing these
Why are
things
they-
turn. Yeah, these the Sodomanders turn you to salt. You don't treat it right.
Really? Tell me more. Tell me more. Tell me everything. I will immediately move my dissection to its face.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how it does
Good.
this.
He says, "I don't
Um,
know, ma'am. I don't know, ma'am. I'm not a doctor. I just heard tell they turn you to salt." Kane, you are witnessing what poor
Oh,
Mr. Coleman has described. Any ideas? Anything you'd like to try?
I got an idea, right? Okay. Don't have my vest on. I'm gonna take my shirt off, and at least this just seems like it makes sense to Kane right now. Take it off, wrap it around it, and I'm going to try to pick her up and just run off to whoever's closer, Friendly or Abigail. Yeah,
Kane's method of healing: find the healer.
Okay. Okay.
well, I can't cut her arm off because I don't have my knife.
Anything you are saying to her as you do this?
We're going to go get a doctor.
Yeah. Okay. That'll do. I was.
Is
I don't know.
the-
Yeah, I was anticipating something much colder from Kane, which might have required some. But no, under the
I'm an
circumstances,
ass,
yeah,
not a
like
dick.
we're going to get a doctor. Will be effective.
Is the guy next to me doing good?
Hold
I
up.
mean,
Can
they're
I not
back.
start moving her?
They're back to. Oh yeah, sorry about that. They're back to arguing about cards. Why don't you move yourself where you want to be?
I'm gonna use my pace die to get to running. Let's run. God damn it.
And yeah, I mean, she does protest just in that, like, you don't have to pick her up; she can follow you. All right.
Hey, whatever.
All right. So move yourself where you want to be, and I'll move her next to you.
Well, let's fucking go. I only got 7 pace right now. So. Oh, look, we made it to the car. The woman's turning into fucking salt, man.
Joan, Kane and this woman burst through the back of the car. Right. And what exactly do you say, Kane?
She's turning into fucking salt.
Okay. Excellent.
and it's my go. I do have healing as a skill, but this is not a bullet. This is so. I have no idea what to do. Do I have a knife? I don't. It's stowed. I don't have it with me.
We just want to amputate her so bad.
I
It has a
mean,
really circle in it.
I got a knife.
Is there anyone else that we have noticed has been hurt? I don't want to be following this person while someone
Well,
else is turning this
Joan,
not getting
you
seen.
like, this guy is like bleeding from the shoulder.
I didn't see your ping. Sorry.
Oh, it's the guy right below the dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll yell back to Kane. Well, I don't know what you want me to do about it. You probably need to find one of the magicians or something. And then I'll step over this way and try to is this guy turning to salt yet? Can I see any like signs of that starting? What I want to do is try to start healing him, but I know that takes a lot of time, and I don't know if my plain old non-magical healing will do anything for this.
You can make me a well, actually no, you I mean, it looks like a wound.
Okay, if it
Lo-
just looks
looks-
like a
yeah.
wound, then I'll start healing it, and I should be able to. What is it, like 10 minutes? And I make a medicine check or a healing check.
That
If we're
is
in,
that's normally the case,
Yeah.
right? In this case, right? Make me that healing check right now. It's -2 because of the nature of this wound, and I believe you're
Okay.
still fatigued, so that would make
Yeah.
it -3.
If you have the fatigue mark on your sheet, it should automatically figure it
Yeah.
out, though, right?
So
Yeah.
I'll just throw that -2 on there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you still got it though. Oh no, fatigue.
No, not
Never
quite.
mind.
Damn,
Yeah.
Damn it, I
Close.
can't math.
so close.
I've got more bennies.
Ha!
Benny.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
girl.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
girl.
there we
Okay,
go.
okay, here we go.
Hey,
Oh.
hell yeah!
Whoa, fuck.
See, that's how you do it right there.
Yeah, you as you're bandaging this guy up, it's not like you've done this frequently, but clearly you've done it enough. You have the skill in it, right? You notice there is a weird like pus that comes out of the wound, right? That clearly has some crystalline structure in it. It's fine, but not so fine that you can't see it with the naked eye.
Ugh.
All right, well, sir, I think this might just be a temporary solution. We're gonna have to get you to someone with a little more supernatural skill, but don't you panic. I know 2 just such people, and that's it for my turn.
All right. Cornelius, you are up.
Okay, I plan on running and trying to find anybody to get an update on how people are doing.
Okay.
Ooh. So a total of 14 because I got a +2.
What is
And I'm
up with these
stuck at the
running dice? Here,
There we
you
go.
got it.
1.
Everybody's really been working on their cardio.
Yeah, it's craziness.
Oh, it goes like where's she? Ah, I can make it in. And as soon as I see Frendel, I'll shout out, "The hell, lizards!"
Yeah, lizards. Salty lizards.
Where's everybody?
Rain. I think back there, maybe. I've been kind of waiting here in case anything else bursts through the window.
Okay.
Twice.
I'll hit the wall and start breathing heavy.
Is everyone okay up there?
So yeah, 3 of them. 3 of them jumped up.
Oh shit.
Got them. We got them.
Okay, yeah, that's good. Anybody get, I don't know, like chomped?
No. That's my turn.
All right. Friendly?
Yeah, I'm gonna move to the poker player and try to do, because he got bit on the shoulder, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna do a healing roll to actually just look at the wound.
All
Get
right.
my medical know-how hat out and just give it a look.
Right. Make me that heal roll at a -2, please.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I mean, do I?
Yeah, 4
try?
Benny.
You know what? I'll spend one. I'll try. Well, hard.
All
I mean, you
right.
got 3 Bennies.
You like started the game with that. You might as well just use them now.
No,
Yeah, you're up. You're up, Cody.
No, like totally.
I guess I just look at it, and it just looks like a bite, right?
Yeah, it looks like a bite.
Looks like a bite. Yeah, I don't know anything about that salt shit yet. So as far as I know,
Alright.
I like check his shoulder. I was like,
Right.
we'll treat these in a bit after I do some triage. Probably.
Great. Here's what we're going to do. We are going to keep the combat tracker on, right? But we don't necessarily have to move in strict order. I just need to keep the rounds sort of going.
Can I make an argument for having used an action to make like an academics check or something to basically similar to the medicine checks to make the wounds? Like the moment Coleman was mentioning the saliva or their don't get bit, I was just trying to look in their mouths, see so that Abigail has some sort of idea what these things are doing.
Yeah,
that would have been my action for the turn. I just didn't.
Okay, here's what we'll do.
We
We'll
didn't roll
say
anything.
right. We'll say the action for the turn was cutting this thing up enough so that you could do the investigation. This is the turn where you can make that roll to say, "Hey, I've got all the parts that I think I need." I don't know, medicine, healing, science, any of those? Like, unless you've got another skill that you'd like to use and make an argument for?
I mean, medicine certainly makes sense. It's the same as my
What is it?
either
Healing?
science or I'm sorry. Healing, science.
Okay.
Weird science would be the only one that's different. Like the others are the same die anyway. So, medicine or healing or science, they're the same roll for me.
Yeah, I'd allow weird science in this case. I mean, it's turning people to salt. Sounds weird. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, you've seen paralytics before, and you've studied animals that have that as a defense mechanism.
Yep.
Digging into this thing, you see the gland that produces it, you see the hollow tooth that delivers it, right? You don't have enough lab equipment to determine how long it takes or why this person is saying that it turns people to salt. Like that sounds weird.
Yep.
Right? But
that's certainly not good. That's
right.
certainly very bad. Don't destroy this. Don't throw it off the train. Leave that there. Don't touch it. And hope that any of those things don't come back. If they do, grab your shovel. Bye.
Wait, what?
And I will go ahead and begin my trek. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that's it. I'm shouting out for people who almost certainly cannot hear me a car away. Oh, this isn't good. Not good.
Right. Let's do the following. I'm just gonna try and. Oh well, actually, you're here, so Friendly and Cornelius, you're in the same car. Why don't you have whatever discussion or take whatever joint actions you want to take at this point?
I'm probably using my boosted speed, turning on my heel and going sprinting to do probably triage. I'm assuming somebody back there is, hurt or dying more than just bit on the shoulder guy.
Okay.
So that's what I'm just running.
Okay. Great.
I'll try to do a.
Yeah, while you're right, just do your die and what is going on?
Well, 14 is how fast I can go.
Great.
Still have 2. Oh, there we go. That's 8.
Yeah, I'll stop here and just shout out, anybody need healing?
literally 2/3 of the train point to the back over here to this woman.
Shit.
Yeah, salt lady right here.
What do you mean?
Also, this guy right here is pretty close to going salt.
What do you mean?
They're turning into fucking salt.
They
How?
got fucking bit.
I mean,
Now that just
we're
can't be
we're all
right.
just ganging up on him, brother.
Bit. Okay, bit. They got bit and then they turned into salt.
Lady,
Um,
I'm not gonna lie. I think you might die. He's taking
Okay,
long.
bring it here. Bring it here. I will fix it.
okay.
Next turn.
Right,
Not
before,
this
all
turn.
right, right. Before we get into that, Cornelius, right? I know, like, it's not technically, but I'm going sort of car by car here. What are you doing since we're trying to knock this car out? Oh, you're going to be right back. So maybe we will go in turn order. Kane. Oh, well, great. Kane, Thomas, Joan. What are you doing? You're in this car. Friendly just burst in.
I pull out the knife people keep asking for.
Okay.
I found the guy
Friendly,
I
do
was
you
looking for.
Have any ideas about a way to stop this process without? Because amputating her arm, that's one thing. That's easy. That's easy
Yeah,
peasy.
I'll give it a
But
shot.
this fella's shoulder. I mean, we can't just
Right.
hack
Bring
off
me. Which one?
What
do we
about this
need?
woman right here? She got bit. Nobody's taking care.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We
line
can
'em-
chop her arm off. That should be fine.
Why?
Stop,
He
hold
got
on.
bit.
Stop
I'm
yelling.
on it.
No, do not chop the arm off. Bring it here. Let me
Stay
try
away
first.
from her.
Bring it here. Let me try first.
Okay. I need to interject at this point.
Amputation is a perfectly reputable method of.
Yeah, but I can do
There we
better.
go. Magic.
Her arm is already gone, yo. You're arguing over a pile of salt a train car over.
Claire, Abigail, as part of your weird science investigation, right? What you learned is that this is a paralytic. It paralyzes people, right? That's not a permanent state. Right?
It's a real shame I am not in that car right
it's
now.
a real shame she's so
Right.
far away.
Right. Like it's the only reason I jumped in is I want to make sure you know the difference. Like you're correct. You're not here. These people don't know any of this stuff yet. Right. But
Okay.
Abigail, after the investigation, knows this.
Okay. I only want clarification.
Yeah.
You said this lady's arm fell off. Like
No. Her arm is still attached. It's still there.
It's still attached, but
it
is
just
currently
appears
made
to
of
have
salt.
turned. It just appears to have turned to salt.
Okay. That was my TED confusion. I for some reason was under the impression her arm turned to salt and just fell off
It was
completely.
on the ground. Yeah.
No.
pile of salt,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just there's a bunch of table salt on the ground in the shape of a forearm and hand.
Yeah.
Right. Which would be awesome.
Kane,
Um,
hold
I-
her down.
Right. I will also point out, right, that when Friendly burst in, right, and everyone points to the back saying this woman needs help, and Joan, you point out, yeah, her arm turned to salt after being bit. This guy got bit, but he ain't salt yet. He looks up and he's like, wait, what? Like, what are you talking about? Right. Meanwhile, you all start talking about cutting off this woman's arm, and she is like, wait, don't cut my arm off. Right. So you're starting to get some pushback from your plans from the people in here. Are there,
Okay, I
Kane,
would like to
Thomas and
to
Joan
notice that
Mhm.
and try to realize my mistake and start trying to calm the room down. I'm not sure how how that would happen.
Okay.
But I think what I want to do is I want to try to start talking up the incredible healing powers of Mr. Friendly here and try to use like that as a way to like put the room at ease a bit.
Love it.
Work the room a little.
Uh-huh.
Great.
So could I make maybe a persuasion?
Yeah. Let's see it.
I love Maggie. I love it's like, can I do a persuasion though?
Uh,
Can I do a persuasion?
Oof.
Oh my
I
god.
like the
Okay,
without
well
even
that's
saying
better,
magician
but
throw.
you know.
Yeah, all right. People are still, I mean, people are
Definitely-
still on
definitely
edge, but
not
they
a, like,
right. It's
Yeah.
right. Like you've taken it a step down from panic. Cornelius.
I think I'm running and offering help, of which I can do practically none.
Okay.
How long does my speed boost last, Ted? Just one round, or?
If it's
That's
boost
a very good question.
trait, it might be another like 4 rounds.
Yeah, it lasts 5 rounds for boost trait.
Sweet. 1, 2. Ta-da! That's all.
Cool. All right. We're gonna go ahead. Yeah.
All right, bring him here.
Hey!
Son of a gun.
Damn.
Thomas Red Joker. All right.
Bring him here one at a time.
Bring the lady.
I activate my trap card and cut this lady's arm off before anyone can do
Ah.
anything.
Love it.
Don't worry, guys. I got the quick draw edge. I got a +2 to interruption.
Good.
Yeah, I like, so I have the knife. Look, I'm not doing anything with my turn. So
Okay.
enjoy your bennies. I'm standing there with the knife going, whose arm am I cutting off?
Please bring
right.
the patient here.
Thomas is just, if you would like your arm cut off, please step forward. Anyone
Raise
who
your
needs an
hand.
arm, anyone who needs an arm removed.
It's no bother at all.
Right.
2 different lines. One in front of Thomas for arm cutoff, one in front of Friendly for healing.
Right. Love
When you
it.
get in line, raise the arm that you want to be removed.
Love it. All right. Abigail, what do you plan to do?
I am gonna go ahead and run. I'm trying to get back to make sure that whoever has been hurt, like, oh no, I know how this will be perceived.
Huh?
I think I can give myself a +2 here. Yep. Roll. Whew. Getting a little winded. Also, as she is slowing down, since we just got a Benny, there is going to be a moment of hooking up the syringe gun to the thing on her wrist, and she's getting real tired as that syringe fills. And the things on her back are emptying. Cornelius. So how many power points does that give us?
5.
5.
If you spend the penny, yeah.
That puts me up to 6. Paralytic. Cornelius, tell the others. It's paralytic. Not a toxin. Whew. I'll be there. Anybody here get bit? Oh, hello, sir. That's my whole action. I can't heal anybody.
Amazing.
Did she stop to flirt at the end? Is that...
No, I was surprised that there was a token behind mine.
Oh, that was not how that came out at all.
Right.
Well,
Amazing.
okay, I guess so then. This gentleman down here.
Dead. That one is dead, laying on a.
Oh, not that
Laying
one
on
then.
the
Oh
seat.
God.
Both of
Put
them
a-
are dead.
Put a
Both
fucking
are dead.
Put a fucking skull on these people. Help me out
Both of them are
here.
dead.
Ooh, sir. Hello.
Dead drapes. Like
Right.
one
I
of them's
will-
like leaned up against the
That is-
window.
That is my bad.
Anybody?
All
Are
He has
these
such
the
a
poker
dead
players
vibe
here
to
at the?
him. I
Are
love
these
it.
the 4 poker players?
Yeah,
No, those are in the
the
other.
4 poker
no,
players.
no,
He's in
those are the
yeah.
4 poker players in the car with
Okay.
you.
Only one of them got
Right.
bit. And I think
Mhm.
he has a very visible bite mark on his shoulder. He's just playing poker.
Yeah, he seems fine though.
Yeah.
You got bit. Woo. Come over here. Oh, hello,
Yeah.
madam. There. Are you happy now, everybody?
He completely ignores you. Then everybody, the 3 other players, start yelling at him. For Christ's sake, Frank, hold your car! Like, yeah, we're not redealing just because you drop your goddamn. What's wrong with you? And Frank goes to try and move his arm and pick up his cards, and he cannot because
Salt on the inside.
he looks down and what the hell, fellas, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I might need to take a break from the game. And the other 3 guys just start screaming at him, that means you fold. You don't get your ante back.
Man, what is on the table over there?
Right. The woman
That's
back
what's
here
over
is sort of staggering forward, but she does not look good. Joan, go for it.
Do I feel like am I able to do anything about this without a magical ability? I want to like try to, I have healing, I have academics, but I'm just trying to see if like I have any idea if I can be helpful with this affliction.
I mean, you can try things, right? But I'm not going to tell you what's going to work or what's not going to work. If you've got things you want to try, you've got things you can try. Now, what I will say is you did make a healing roll on this individual here, right? And you discovered something, you got something out of them. You had again, it's your skill. You know how it works. Joan knows how it works, knows what it means to be effective. And you are certain that what you did was effective and was better than nothing. How effective and whether or not it resolved the issue, who knows?
Yeah. Okay. I think I want to try to like look closer at his wound and see if I can see anything that is like actively changing and like see if it's possible for me to scoop that out to like
all right, go ahead and make me a healing check just to sort of try and figure out what's going on here.
Whoa.
I love doing that twice in a game.
Yeah, this guy pulls back from you as you're looking at it and sort of digging around in there. You cause more damage, and he jumps back and is like, "What are you doing? Oh my god!"
I am so sorry. I shaky hands. Pardon me. Maybe one of you might take a closer look, and I'll just kind of back off a little bit.
Okay. Friendly.
The woman on the opposite side, the one with the like full arm issue, is staggering around, right?
Staggering around, looks bad, elbow down on the left arm.
Yeah.
Appears to be Salt.
I turn to the man and say, with you a moment, like tap. I'm going to move and do healing hand. Friendly is not the smartest person, but Friendly knows that if it's caused by a lizard that bit someone, then functionally it could count as some kind of venom or something, which is just a poison. And Friendly knows that his healing hand, if I add a +1, can maybe neutralize a poison. So that's what he's going to try to do.
Let me know if I gotta put her down.
So yeah, I muscle my way through.
Okay.
I do a healing hand.
Do it. Add a -2 to it.
Okay.
Add a -2. How about just subtract 2 from it?
Happy I got that chuckle out of that.
Okay. Essentially I can remove 1 wound, and I neutralize a poison or a disease.
Okay.
So I can negate any poison or disease. If it has a bonus penalty associated with it, I negate that as well.
What you see is, I mean, you can clearly see this woman's arm from the elbow down appears to be fully crystallized salt, and slowly you see small, thin lines of flesh color start to creep down from the elbow to the wrist and into the fingers and over. I know rounds are only 6 seconds or so, but over the course of the next minute or so, you can see that those thin lines begin to expand and push this crystalline feature out, and her arm is returned to normal function.
Adding to the flavor, I think Friendly just grabs the hand, holds it in between his hands, and then has it palm down with his the glove on top of it, and just breathes on her hand and does a little almost that friction rub you do on a hand when somebody is trying to warm
Lovely.
up.
Yeah.
And just try to pull feeling back into her hand.
Absolutely. I think initially she probably pulls back a little bit.
I just smile and say, "It's gonna be okay. I got it."
Right, because she's worried you're grabbing it so someone
Oh
can cut it
yeah, I
off.
know.
But when it becomes clear that that's not the case, great.
Yep, and that is my this turn.
Cornelius.
Okay. Okay, so it's paralytic. Now I know that. I think I'm gonna keep running to see where I can be helpful.
Great.
But I also know that once I walk in there, I'm not gonna be helpful. So I'll roll my dice to see if I can run in, see that I'm not helpful, then run back this way for Abby.
Okay.
Do you tell us it's a paralytic?
I don't think so, because I don't think that he knows if that's going to be useful information to you. Okay. All right, and then I run back this way, and I tell Abby that there's a bunch of people who could use attention in in that car, and that's my turn.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do so we can hop out of combat order. You're now in 2 cars, right? I'm just going to ask each car what they want to do, right? And move forward that way, because that's not great. Abigail and Cornelius, the car you're in, what are y'all doing?
I think I'll wait for Abby to go to check on the people who need help, but then I'm planning on staying probably on this far end of the car in case something weird happens.
Okay.
While everyone else is busy.
Abigail, what would you like to do?
If I can make it to Frank, which I think I can. Which one of these 4 people is Frank? That one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bashful person.
I am going to push this individual backwards out of their seat. Excuse me, pardon me, move over, please.
There's a big to do about he's he's trying to scoop the pot out from the table, and the other two people like start slapping his hands, right, and pushing it. Like it's a whole thing. But eventually he moves. Go for it.
Mhm, mhm. I will step there so that I can be next to Frank. All right, Mr. Frank, I'm going to need you to remove your shirt so I can take a look at the. Oh, your hands are tied. And then Abigail will very unceremoniously just like tear his shirt apart, like
Yep.
tear the buttons off, just rip.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
I'm basically pulling the same thing that Frendel just did. I'm gonna
Right. He's
pull out the
clear-
injector and inject the wound.
Great. It's -2.
Oh boy.
On the roll. He's clearly panicked, right? And it like is welcoming your action on his behalf, but like he looks you dead in the eye, but clearly panicked, and he goes, you got to save it, ma'am. It's that's my card holding hand.
We'll get you fixed right as rain, Frank. Oh boy. Will we though? Fuck yeah, we will.
Yeah. Woo.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
right. Although you were not in the other car to see it, you do see a similar course of events, right? As over the next little bit of time, the small,
Extra
thin, sort of
powerful.
spider webbing of fleshy color returns and works its way down the arm and then expands outward until he has full function. And when he does, with his shirt ripped open and sort of in tatters on that side, he's flexing his hand, and his friends for the first time are not jabbering about poker or whose turn it is to deal or who did what. They're all looking in awe as they watch his arm turn from white back to flesh colored, and he, after flexing his hand a couple times, just looks down and goes, well, shit, what are y'all gawking at? Deal me in. And they get right back to it.
Abigail is going to, tired as she is, just, perfect. That worked well. Great. I'm going to fall over now, and I will fall into whoever I was talking to before. Oh, well, thank you for catching me.
Frank, very protective of you all of a sudden.
It's not Frank. It's whoever I was talking to other than Frank at this table.
Oh,
Madam, you.
Yeah, excellent. Frank is still very like, even you've fallen into this other person, like they protest, and Frank is like, I don't want to hear a word out of you, right? She's tired, let her rest, right? All right. Joan, Friendly, Kane, Thomas, what's going on in this car?
I can kick it off.
I
Yeah.
want to lend my healing in support of Friendly if I'm able to do that. I'm not trying to actually be the healer, but just like roll a support roll if I can.
Okay.
Unless
Again,
his magical healing is a different thing, then and I'm
is
not able to
technically
support
a
that.
different thing. You would be better off supporting me with like moral, in this case, try to like talk to me than to provide any medical assistance, because I'm not actually providing medical assistance.
I'll do my best to use layman's terms to describe kind of what's going on, maybe, and like try to have that to where he can heal more accurately.
Yeah, you
That'll
two,
work.
I don't see why you can't work together.
Maybe like a common knowledge or academics. I'm fishing just because I know I don't have much else I can do. Otherwise,
Yeah,
I
well,
can just sit and look pretty. That's fine.
yeah, I mean, the issue's this.
Mhm.
You made your check last turn to try and determine what was going on.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Right. And so I don't think we can double dip on that.
Yeah, then I think I'm gonna healer's got it taken care of. protections in here. I'm gonna go start checking around. Head back into the back cart back here and
Great.
go.
Great.
Leave this scene that I have poured salt into the wound.
Okay. Love it.
That shit got a sting like crazy. Oh my god.
Friendly, I assume you're gonna try and do some healing. Okay,
I'm
before we get to
gonna-
that, let me just check
Uh-huh.
with Kane and Thomas. Anything you guys want to do?
I put my knife away. Nobody seems to need that service. That's fine. I was just here to help.
Sounds so disappointed. That's fine. Didn't need the knife.
I mean, I sharpened it this morning and everything.
It looks good. It definitely looks good. Let's say
Thank
that.
you
Yeah,
for
I mean-
noticing, Kane. I
No,
appreciate
no. Yeah, no, I appreciate good weapons. Is she dead?
I think we're waiting on magic to happen.
Yeah, she's made a right. She's made a full recovery, and now Friendly's
Yeah.
taking a look at this
I
other
will-
individual.
As I'm moving away from her, I will like let go of her hand and say, "Okay, now you need to keep wiggling those fingers till everything feels good." Me or my sister, name's Abby, will be by to give you more help in a bit, but just sit down and keep wiggling those fingers as I step by.
Great.
I'm gonna step up and try to do another healing on this guy. I will walk up and say, "Hey,
Okay,
now I'm gonna
that
try
fella
to."
right there.
You got yeah. Can I stop you real quick? Friendly. Or to whisper in your ear. Let me know. Let me know if I have to put her out of her misery.
No, she's fine.
Is she gonna make it?
No, yeah, she's gonna be okay. I mean, I don't
Okay.
know for sure. Like long term, that's an Abby question. Short term, she's fine.
Hey, give me the word. I'll do it.
Yeah, sure, great. I look at this gentleman here and say, "Hey, just shake my hand, and that'll be it, huh?"
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, I reach out to shake his hand. I probably don't even shake the hand that's I shake the other hand.
Okay.
And I'll try to do this -2, right?
No, not on this one. This is just a straight roll.
Okay, and that is the end of my PowerPoints.
Great.
Current.
What this feels different. Having just done this for the woman at the back of the train, this feels different in that you could feel with her your powers taking hold and neutralizing the poison that was coursing through her system. In this case, there is no poison to neutralize.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm still spending the power. I'm
yeah,
assuming it's
yeah,
poison,
yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, no, it seems like that has been done already.
Okay. And to be clear, each of them has only been cured of one wound. So if they have more wounds, that's a separate problem
Right.
for
Nope.
later.
We can now remove ourselves from even the quasi sort of round situation. The 3 people that were bit all have had their wounds dealt with, and then those that had wounds, the wounds dealt with, and all 3 of them have had the poison.
I'll do my
neutralized.
bedside manner routine with this guy. And just as I'm letting go, I say, "Okay, now keep wiggling those fingers, make sure everything works. We'll stop by and check on you in a bit." As I
Excellent.
casually turn and walk away.
Yeah, and just to be clear, Abigail, you
I'm
neutralize
gonna
the
sit
poison.
here and
Yeah,
I'm gonna sit here and watch the game for a while, make sure everybody's okay.
great.
Let's go, team. Let's go.
And Joan, you actually neutralized the poison on this individual. That pus that came out with those
Ooh.
that crystal and stuff in it. That you, despite your fatigue, that was a successful health roll to neutralize that poison.
Actually, yeah, I'll call back to Joan and say, that one there wasn't poisoned. Was that you or just a?
Well, I guess I did get most of it out, but I wasn't sure, and I was trying to make sure I got. And then I heard him.
Great job! You did. No. You're good. Great job. Just smiles and like does a little like clap.
I'll just kind of wave him off and continue and head over here into the other cart and see what's going on back here. Make sure everyone's okay and that there hasn't been a creature return that we haven't seen. Just
right. Okay. Wonderful. Here is what, since the encounter, the combat's over, here is what occurs for the rest of this trip. One, there are, well, let me find out how many. Hold on. There are 3 individuals that are sort of collected, right? That have fully turned to, have fully been paralyzed and appear to be just fully salt. They, 2 of them turned that way while sitting in seats, so they are just sitting there. One was standing at the time. They've laid that person out on a seat. The engineer had people, understandably, right, are in varying degrees mildly to wildly uncomfortable on the train at this point. So the engineer has the following announcement pass through the train, which is the next stop, right, that the train would normally make, they will stop and take a little extra time, and anyone who wants to get off the train at that point can get off the train, right? Those people that stay, the next stop on this particular train is the final stop, is Amarillo. So there's only going to be 2 more stops, and that's it. One, let me just check. Anybody want to do anything about these 3 paralyzed bodies?
Yeah, I mean, pretty dead semen, right?
I don't know. Hard to say.
We haven't actually checked.
They're well
They look-
preserved,
I mean,
though.
They look dead to me.
Kane's like,
I
I need a
think
salt lick from a
Abigail-
horse.
Oh, gross.
That's some butt jerky.
Right.
I think Abigail would probably, like, if there's no one, no like family members or something to stop her, like one of these bodies is probably going to be autopsy fodder. Just to sort of continue the trail of figuring out how this affects the body. Are these people all the way dead? Do the medical check before I start doing the.
Yeah, you know this from the weird
Slicing
science
check.
roll, right? These people are not dead; they are paralyzed. This is a it's a defensive mechanism of this particular animal. How long it lasts, you won't be able to tell until you can get a sample to some sort of lab. You don't have that sort of stuff on you, but to the best of your knowledge, well, you are certain that these people are still alive, and to the best of your knowledge, right, it will wear off at some point. Whether or not it's reversible when it's reached this state, you don't really know, right? But you know they're alive. You know that at some point it will wear off, whether that's minutes, hours, or days.
I guess my concern was like full body paralysis. Are we talking like their lungs are paralyzed? They are not breathing. Someone will need to do that for them. But it sounds like they are more like I don't want to say catatonic. Well, I guess catatonic's
Yeah, I mean, I think the other thing that you would know upon examination is it although it appears to turn all the flesh to salt, it's not actually salt, right? That's what a non-scientific person looking at it would be like, oh yeah, that's salt. It turns the
Got it.
flesh into some crystalline thing, right? And et cetera, et cetera.
So the
Although-
good news is they are not dead. The bad news is I don't know that there's much I can really do to help them right now.
I'm gonna pray for a bit, and then I'm gonna see if I
Oh.
can fix it.
I don't imagine that will do any damage. Nope. Yep.
Okay.
Doc, you
I-
want any of these lizards? I was just-
Abso-fucking-lutely yes. I've
no.
got one up in the there's one up in the coal car as well. If we can just bring all those to the storage car. I'm going to continue to try to that she realizes there are other people here as she's like rattling off a list of dissection methods to try.
Oh, there's virtually no one on the train. Like, it makes this first stop, right? And people are just streaming off of this train.
The poker
Which-
player's still here, though, right?
Oh, the poker players are definitely still there. Like, they don't recognize, they're not even aware the train stopped. The question is, are you guys getting off of the first stop? Or are you heading all the way to Amarillo?
That's where we're supposed to go, right?
Yeah.
To the end.
I mean, your job's done. You were supposed to protect the train until the delivery in the salt flats. You witnessed what you believe to be that delivery, whatever it was. The exchange certainly looked friendly enough, right?
How long is it between when the lizard attack and the first stop?
Maybe 35, 40 minutes.
Okay.
And it's only a couple hours after that till Amarillo.
I think we
I'm-
should get it off because we're only going to get farther away from Sister Winter because we didn't. I don't think we're
Okay,
like
can
scheduled
we-
to meet them in Amarillo.
Can we bring these two with us just in case I can fix it?
Ooh,
Well, these
hold on.
people needed a lot of help on this ride, and we should go all the way to the end to make sure they're safe.
they're safe.
But if we get off now and something happens,
What?
I mean, we can't just bodyguard every single passerby in the Weird West. I mean, it's dangerous for everybody up here. If they're out here, they know that's the case. We were there by chance whenever stuff happened, and we helped as much as we could. But you know, we can't allow ourselves to be morally responsible for the eternal well-being of everybody we come across. I mean,
suppose that's also correct.
All right, let me give you a little more information so you can make your decision. The first stop is a town called it's one of the first towns in Texas. It's Higgins, Texas, right? And it is a podunk little town.
That's
There's a-
what can you tell us about Higgins?
I can't tell you anything. Texas is too big, and I have no idea where the fuck that even is.
Right. There is a the train is stopped long enough so that people can sort of make a decision. Like, people can get off, try and figure out what's going on, make a decision, right? And what there's a general store, a train, quote unquote, station, which is just a shack and like a platform for people to walk on as they get off the train, right? And a church. And that's it for Higgins, Texas.
Not much in the way of traveling.
probably is a good
we-
idea for us to get to Amarillo, where we're able to link up and actually get somewhere.
I mean, I've also heard of Amarillo. I don't know the name of this place.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, your options here in Higgins, right, are to wait for the train going the other direction, right?
Yeah.
Or roll the dice and see if you can find someone who will sell you some horses, right? In
And then ride
Amarillo,
through salt country. I don't know about
right?
See, now
in
that's a good reason for us to go to Amarillo. So, bingo.
Right. In
Yeah,
Amarillo,
drive
you're
to
certainly going to
Higgins.
have more options. But Joan, your original assessment, I think it was you, your original assessment holds true. I mean, you're 2-3 hours further away, right? So it's sort of 6-1, half dozen of the other.
I say we head to the larger town, better options to find our way.
I think I can get on board with that.
And maybe keep these people safe as well.
I guess I can stay on board for that.
That's
Yeah, that's not my
pretty
job
good.
anymore.
The only thing I don't like
didn't
about that, Maggie, is that it happens at the end of session, so it doesn't even matter if I give you a penny for it. It's That's terrible. The worst.
That's okay. I did it for me.
Right.
But yeah, given enough time, I would definitely pray up my power points and then try to blow a big greater healing on one of them.
Yeah, unfortunately at this point, as best you can figure, the poisons have taken enough of a hold that unless you don't, here's what you know. You don't have the skill to reverse the poison at this point. You've just got to let it run its course. Whether or not there's anything that could reverse it, you don't know the answer to that question, but you do know you don't have the skill to do it.
But it could be done magically, right?
My
That's a mechanical question,
my
not
only
a like
argument
in-character question.
is that theoretically I can try to Hail Mary to remove a crippling injury, which is a permanent crippling injury for a +20. Greater healing is just
okay,
anything
right.
that's older than an hour.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, certainly if you're going to use your biggest gun, right? Like, yeah, you can try and do that. And see how that works. Honestly, I don't know mechanically what that is, right? So you'd have to inform me of that particular power and how it functions. But certainly, there is magic big enough to do it.
It may or may not fit in this particular scenario.
Right. I mean, do you have that at your disposal?
Yeah. So what we're litigating is healing has 2 modifiers you can do. You can throw a +10 to the power requirement to heal wounds older than an hour. Then
Okay.
there's +20, which is something called crippling injuries. Can heal a permanent crippling injury. Requires an hour preparation. Only one casting is permanent per injury. If it fails, you cannot heal that particular injury, but someone else may try. If successful, the subject is exhausted.
Yeah.
To do that with 20 power points and to neutralize a poison on top of it, I would be rolling with a -4 and blowing all of my power points basically.
Yeah.
And if I failed, it would be a failure would be an auto fail. Assuming I don't re-roll. I can re-roll, but any fail would be considered a fail where I'd get shaken and all of that.
Right.
Because I'd be going for higher than the power that I have available.
Great. And so having looked at that and having looked at the greater healing, right? If you would like to use the 20 power points, right? If you've got them to do it, you can certainly give it a shot.
I will go for it.
Ted, you want to chime in?
Yeah, I was going to say, prior to all of that, I still have a Benny that I can trade in for power points. I was asking, mechanically speaking, we know that the poison can be cured for healing, but that's only before they become completely salt. That's like when it's like a limb, not the whole body, correct?
Right. Correct.
Okay. Then getting those power points back will not be enough.
Yeah.
So that is
not
not
to
a
roll
thing that
without
I can do.
without a the possibility of catastrophic failure. Because technically you can go higher, like you can roll more than the power points. Let's say you have 0 power points, right? You can try to force a spell, but it
Yeah.
has a higher chance of failing and causing everything else to catastrophically fail. And you have to roll at a deficit with the amount of power you're trying to
Yeah, man,
overspend.
let's see it.
Okay, I'll roll a -4. This is all of the. I can do my faith reroll, but anything that is not a success will be a critical failure for the purposes of all power shut off and I get shaken or
Right.
I get exhausted.
You are pushing or whatever it's called.
Yep,
Shorting.
yep. I'm shorting myself 4 technically.
Oh,
Oh, oh,
oh,
oh.
not enough pee-pee.
You lost a little bit of your pee
Uh,
in there, man.
So,
Huh.
what you see is very similar to what you saw with the woman who you helped. In this case,
Also, this one takes me an hour of preparation, right? So this is like a whole ritual.
okay,
I sit here and pray over this for a full hour.
okay,
He's been in there for an hour. What do you think he's doing? What
Right.
is he doing in there?
Hopefully he has
Over-
enough pee for it.
yeah, over the course of the next hour, you can see these thin,
No, let me-
almost spiderweb like
Remember to lower my
veins
shooting
of flesh coloring, right, extend. They start sort of in the chest and start extending outwards. In this case, it takes you an hour of preparation to cast the spell. It takes an
Mhm.
hour for all of this to sort of undo itself. The most of it is, at least the first part of it is, sort of, while it might be interesting or even sort of pretty to watch it happening and watch this flesh become animate again, it becomes something else entirely once this individual's eyes get reanimated and the sheer amount of panic in them,
Mhm.
right, is a sight to behold.
Yeah, I think by the end of it, they are exhausted. And I think even though I'm not mechanically exhausted, this is the first time Friendly's ever done anything. And Friendly is, in addition to outputting the steady amount of magic, and like I feel like this one actually requires effort, he
Mhm.
is talking to them and like just telling them stories. And by the end of it, he is fucking exhausted. Like he just immediately falls back onto his back and like closes his eye.
Yeah, as does this individual when fully reanimated and recovered. Interestingly enough, it's about an hour after that, turns out just about 20 minutes before this train rolls into Amarillo Station, that the individual that you cured sort of nudges you a little bit, thanks you, and also says, "And I want to thank you for these two as well." And you look at the other two that are there, and you can see that the spider webbing right from their chest has begun on each of these two as well. But they're in for another hour of this process, as these two seem to have started the recovery process naturally. And here you
Yeah,
are
I
in
think-
Amarillo.
I like get to my feet and crawl my way over towards one of them and just start talking them through it like I did for him.
Wonderful. And we will resolve that and join Amarillo proper when we meet again next week.